Come on, man.
Hi, Captain.
See you, what up? Adam, what up? Look, yeah, the mic's hot, baby, take no days off. Them other pods, everything that they say soft. No plays off, no plays off. Yeah, the mic's hot, baby, take no days off. Them other pods, everything that they say soft. Adam, see you, this is Thor, this no plays off.
Yeah.
Reunited, and it feels so good. See ya, Thorb, Kaufman. I don't think we had a show last week. We've been patiently kind of scheduling around everybody's lives, most especially Thorb with the relocation. All it took for the Knicks to win a championship was Thorb leaving New York.
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
It's kind of true.
That's all it took.
Thorb, you haven't really had a chance. We haven't been on since they won. I mean, it's dated now, but how are we feeling?
Oh, I think about it every day, like just every second of every day. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful time, man. How's it for you? Good?
I can't think of anything right now as Scheffler misses a birdie putt. There's so much going on in golf right now. There's a lot going on.
I'm happy to be back, man, because I was telling you, with the move and everything, and no sports books that I knew of, I've been so unlocked in, and now, like, I feel so back. You made me bet 4 guys on the Corn Ferry Tour last night, and I actually grinded this. All the bets look good so far. I'm so back, man. I'm going to expose Novig. I'm going to take all their money because they can't limit me. It's going to be fucking great, man.
Lucky Rebel, buddy. Jump on Rebel. Proud partner of the program.
You know what's funny?
That's on my site.
Lucky Rebel. There you go. What's funny is that you moved to Miami. Thorb, you immediately started placing bets on the one legal book in South Florida. And within 24 hours, you were basically banned from that book.
Yeah,
you were limited in such a way that it became let's not even use it.
I don't use it anymore.
You immediately?
Immediately. Yeah, it took 5 hours, I believe. Well, because it was sharp. I was in my hotel when I first got here, and was this the Memorial? See maybe?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was watching in the morning, and I saw how difficult it was playing already, and the wind was going to get even worse in the afternoon. I took 8 guys to go over their round score total, and all 8 hit. So I took them. And I won over $1,000 on that, and then I go to just place one more bet. It's like your max wager is now $10. I was like, okay, cool. So, I don't use Hard Rock anymore.
What were you getting down before that? Like a couple hundred kind of thing?
I was just doing $250 per. And then now it's $10. So, and it took literally 6 hours. So, but I don't know, the Kalshi and these weird ones, I kind of hate using them. They're very weird to get used to because there's no odds. It's it's 48% instead of plus 110, and it's weird to use, but you really get good lines. And that site that I use to get limited on all the other books in New York, I'm using again here, and it seems like I can just do whatever I want. So this might be a real fun time.
I know you had mentioned, by the way, we're bouncing around. We'll get back to golf, obviously, and the sweats that you guys have. And there's World Cup games that just kicked off. I don't know if you guys are invested in those. I am a complete total soccer betting degenerate now. I'm very much invested in all of these matches today. We have afternoon baseball. Obviously, the Giannis thing. Speaking of things are just new to following Thorb. Giannis going to South Beach, not unlike our buddy here in Miami. But to go back to the Knicks for a sec, Thorb, I know you had told us in the past, a couple years back, you had done this thing where some Knicks players heard some of your music, and you were able the video that you recently shared on social media, on Instagram, wherever else, was that from then, or did you get to do this again?
Nah, you see, what I did was I pretended like it was from now.
So new song, and it looked like Hart was listening to it. Well, Hart was listening, but he wasn't listening to that same song.
That is correct. Yeah. So he listened to the old one. I remade it, changed the words to the new team, and then just repurposed the video.
I feel like you could get sued for that.
I can't. They can't do shit. What are they gonna do?
You're the lawyer.
That's not a lawsuit thing. No, there's no cause of action there.
See, I'm good.
The only thing would be is if there was something that he was vibing with, and then you change the words to something that was super terrible, something super off color, and then you're making it seem like he was basically supporting that, but like that's not what that was.
It's kind of like the old the memes that would go around of Jordan on the back of the Team USA bus, and everyone's like, "What do you think he's listening to?" And it's like Miley Cyrus "Party in the USA," like everyone's putting a different song under it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, people actually do that all the time for like marketing their music, like just pretend somebody's listening to something. But this isn't really like that because it's still the same song. It's just I swapped out the players' names that were traded from the team with the players that are on the team.
Yeah, because I was waiting.
I'm like these guys weren't on the team then,
right?
Yeah.
I was waiting to hear Dante DiVincenzo's name, and I'm like, wait, that's not why are we repurposing this? But that was really smart. It sounded cool, and you got a lot of like that took off a little bit, right?
It took off on Facebook, which I forgot I even posted on Facebook because I think when I set things to go to Instagram, they automatically go to Facebook. And I don't have notifications on for anything, and I don't go on Facebook. And then I went on Facebook and it was like, oh, 500K views. And like everyone's asking is like, oh, I wish I could listen to this song. I'm like, God damn it. I should have just said it was out, but like I don't use Facebook. So now everyone probably don't listen to it. You know?
As somebody like Adam and I for sure, Thorby, I guess you're building your platform on other, like, I don't know. Adam, are you on TikTok? You probably are.
I have an account, but I don't use it. I couldn't even tell you the last time I went on TikTok.
So same for me. Justin Rose from way downtown. He's on fire right now.
Bang.
Okay, so anyway, as somebody who's trying to build a platform and is not good at using the newer stuff, like I know TikTok's not new, but you know what I mean. Like once I got to Instagram, I was like, all right, I'm tapped out here. Would Facebook still be a good place to like put your content out and like try to build a following? Because I feel like the answer is no, but Thor, maybe I'm wrong.
It's everywhere. So what you're gonna want, which I still somehow don't have, I haven't found one that I like yet. What you want is you have your piece of content that you want to post and you just post it everywhere. But there's sites that you can just post that same video to all your platforms at one time. I'm looking into the best one right now. I just started one. It's called like Sub Magic or something. They'll do all your captions for you and then also post it everywhere. It's a really cool site. So I'll let you know if that works out. But yeah, you want to just throw your shit everywhere because like I said, I have like maybe 10K on Facebook or something. And then that video just went for 500K on Facebook, like out of the blue. I don't know why. It's just, So you want to just throw your shit everywhere and just hope.
Is there any way for you to measure whether that 500K of views is going to help you in terms of just like future, like whether it's on Facebook or any other platform?
It would only help me if I did it correctly by telling the people on Facebook that song is out, which I did not do.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, because I went and there was like comments from like when I first dropped it, like, oh man, I wish I could listen to this. Like, oh, is it out? Is it out? And I just went through the other day and just like, it's out. And just like replied to everyone. But because that's like the main, for me at least. Like it's different for you guys, but like if I want something to do well for me, if a video goes viral like that, those people need to know that song is readily available to stream, you know.
And you have no idea platform to platform what might catch, why, where. Like Ghost in the chat, we were just showing you Thor might have more success on social media if he wasn't misspelling Thorn all the time. Also, Facebook is good for suburban soccer moms who don't like rap music and Angel Reese. I thought, Thor, that Facebook was so I used to be an avid Facebook user. I was on Facebook all the time. I'm like, I was in that kind of demo or whatever. And I don't know, for some reason I hit 40 and this wasn't a conscious decision, but I just stopped using Facebook. I stopped even logging on to Facebook, let alone like posting or anything like that.
Yeah.
Is it still for the olds? Is it still like for our parents, or are younger people gravitating to Facebook again?
It's more so for the olds, I would say. But the idea is not to actually be on these platforms. Like I don't use TikTok, but like I'll post on there, so like you just want and you don't need to use Facebook. You just got to that's why you just need something to post your stuff everywhere. You don't have to use any of these platforms. Like I haven't been on Facebook since I was like 13, but like I just
4 years ago.
Stuff will go there. Stop it. But my stuff will just go there because you just want to put it everywhere. Like and I'm not even good at that. I just know that that's what you need to do. That's why I'm looking for the perfect site that just gets your stuff out there, because there's sites because you don't want the same caption sometimes that you have on Instagram that you one on TikTok or something like that. So you can change them all specifically too in some sites. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I'll keep you guys posted on that if you want to ever dabble in that.
Ghost says, I'm still in MySpace with my very good buddy Tom. He looks like a Utah Jazz fan.
He does. Got a very Mormon look to him. How is the move to Miami going so far? I know you've been in and around the studio and hanging out with the Pull Wax guys and all that stuff, but are you settled in? I mean, you got more of a backdrop behind you now.
It's just a bunch of hats.
and a dresser.
And a dresser. Yeah. No, it's still a mess in here. I have like 7 new Amazon packages at my door every single day. But yeah, I'm getting closer, but less than a week after I got here, I went to Orlando for 5 days. So like I was never even settled in. And then I came back and looked around. I was like, oh, well, shit, we're still here. And so I'd say I'm like 70% settled in. Because I still have so much shit to do. There's always shit to do. You know what I mean? There's too much shit to do in life. You ever figure that out?
A lot of shit to do.
Thorb, top 3 things that you noticed right away about South Florida that surprised you in some way.
You know, one of them. But then 2 would be, and I'm not even in like I don't know. I'm in like Hollandale Beach. I don't even know what that means to people, but there's shit everywhere. I don't have to drive more than 10 minutes to get to anywhere I want to be, and it's awesome. And there's like a bunch of I'm a big Marshalls guy. Like I love the discount
TJ Maxx, Marshalls,
Home Goods.
Those things are fucking everywhere. There's a Marshalls every 10 feet in Florida. It's awesome. Like, I don't know. Like I go to my gym. That's 10 minutes away. There's 3 supermarkets in the same plaza. There's a Marshalls. There's a Ross's. There's Ross's everywhere down here. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's the same shit as Marshalls. It's great. Okay. They're all Marshalls. Everything's a Marshalls down here.
Well, in the if we're gonna tier them, it's Ross, and then it's Marshalls right above them, and then it's TJ Maxx right above Marshalls.
Oh, you're TJ Maxx guy.
Oh, TJ Maxx is kind of where you want to be.
Slash Home Goods.
Oh, yeah. Burlington's in the chat. Yeah, the Burlingtons are everywhere. There's just shit everywhere. Yeah. Just signed up to a BJ's pause, and like that. Everything is nicer here. Like the BJ's in this. All right, this time.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, the BJ's in New York weren't as good. They just simply weren't as good.
I will tell you that BJ's is cool and all, but Publix is where you want to be as a single guy in South Florida. You want to be stopping into the Publix, grabbing a few things, doing your grocery shopping there. I feel like that's the South Florida experience.
But Thor, what about BJ's in Publix?
See now let's go stuff. Let's go stuff it like that. Yeah. See, I've been in Publix a few times, but I'm a bulk guy. I need everything. I don't want to go out many times. You know, I want everything in bulk. So that's I signed up to. I was gonna go Costco, but it was 6 minutes further than the BJ's.
Oh, heaven forbid.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's where I landed.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
Yourself out.
Yeah.
We're getting. I don't want to. This is a podcast. I know there are only so many people that are listening live, although we are up over 1,000 all of 15 minutes in. So thanks for hanging out. Back on YouTube, by the way, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. But I got to tell you, we're getting. I'm not going to constantly update this for the sake of podcast people, but a silly amount of goals early. Already, Ecuador and Germany are 1-1 14 minutes into this match. And Ivory Coast is up 1-0 in its match about 14 minutes in as well. Like, that's a blistering goal scoring rate for this sport.
Did you just spell out the problem with soccer, though? Just by what you said.
It's a lot of watching paint dry, depending on, depending on the match. Yeah, I mean, look, there's if you are someone, and I am not one of these people, that like my kids play soccer, they love watching soccer, they understand soccer. I'm watching, and I don't know the finer nuances of the game in the way that I do in maybe some of the other sports that I grew up playing or watch more intensely and all that. And so, I feel like sometimes the finer elements of like a stressful 1-1 match is lost on me.
I will say this.
What is Biz losing his mind about in the background?
His own,
I don't know. Yeah, Alex, bring it on in.
I didn't have nothing. I'm just cackling at you, Kaufman.
What's going on, Chuckle House? What do you got?
There's not a whole lot going on, man. I'm just listening to you yap.
That's what I do.
Yeah, it is.
Harris English with the birdie streak is not where we want to be right now. We'll get back to golf in a second, but I think my problem.
I decided you're not going to win. I don't think. By the way.
Yeah, I told you I didn't think I was going to win. What do you think my chances are of winning that $5 single bullet contest?
I need to dive into the details. Let me dive into the details. You guys talk about something real quick.
Who's your lineup?
I'll tell you in a second. I got to pull it up. It's my 4 first-round leaders plus Matt Fitzpatrick plus I can't remember who the 6th person was. But it's winning.
Looking pretty good again.
It's winning 5,000 on a $5 single bullet 150 max in Showdown, which is just crazy. Okay, the problem with soccer from a betting standpoint, because I don't like to be down early in a bet in any sport, but I do like the fact that in baseball and in football, basketball, golf, you could do like triple bogey the first hole, you got 17 more to go. I feel like if you're down 2-0 in soccer, you may as well just bounce. Like it's over. That's what I feel like. I might be wrong, but that's what I feel like.
I agree with you, but I was watching one of the studio shows the other day, and it was a 2-0 game. I don't remember which match it was, and Clint Dempsey was one of the analysts on the desk, and he's like, most like 2-0, most like worst lead, and like we talk about in hockey, like 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in sports, kind of thing. And yeah, look, I know that to be true in hockey because I've just watched enough hockey. I'm with you. It kind of doesn't feel that way in soccer, but Biz over here is, having I don't even know. He's having a situation. He's so vigorously shaking his head in agreement with this 2-0 being dangerous.
2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer. I played soccer since I was like barely able to walk up until like high school. 2-0, you have to keep your foot on the gas.
But
that's when the team gets overly confident and they start messing around. All of a sudden, you let one go in, you're still like, okay, we got a lead, and next thing you know, you're down 4-2.
Yeah, but that's
like it's a mentality thing.
But that's like, I get it. But in professional soccer, I feel like that's not the situation.
Wait, you're saying I'm not a professional?
Well, yeah, I'm saying like at the college and high school level, I think that it's very different. Like it's easy to collapse. But on the professional level, I feel like, and again, I could be wrong. I feel like you're up 2-0. Okay, let's start playing defense. Like, yeah, you might have your foot on the gas a little bit, but now you're just trying to pass the ball around and make sure time runs out.
Well, if it's like Germany, Spain, France, those teams, yeah. They're up 2-0. You're going to be like, okay, yeah, this is going to be a landslide. But if it's like two somewhat capable teams, you don't want to be up 2-0.
I'm not surprised that Thorpe is, like he's got enough going on right now with his move and trying to settle in. I'm not surprised that he's not just firing away, at the World Cup while he's limited to all ends anyway. You see it though, given what you do with CBS, hosting these shows, breaking down all sports, Buckets, your guy has been on, absolute fire at points within this tournament, throwing out exact scores and all that. I'm surprised that you, the fellow degenerate, have not been sprinkling the board a little bit, because it's not like you're afraid to bet something you don't know all that much about, just to have a little interest, a little rooting interest, a little sweat, a little skin in the game. Why aren't you getting involved here?
I think if there were no other sports going on, I think you're probably right. And you're right. There's people at BNN, there's people at Sportsline like Buckets that are just like going off. But what it comes down with me is, like, let's say baseball's on. I am way more inclined, especially because I know more about baseball. I'm way more inclined to just make a live bet in a baseball game for the evening slate, for the late night slate, than I am to try to dial into a soccer game. Because I just feel like there's so much more back and forth in MLB, and there's so much like nuance to the live betting that I can just keep getting involved in those games. And I don't think I can do that with soccer. That's it.
I've looked into all his competitors.
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, how much is a birdie? 6 point what?
A birdie's 3.
No.
Oh, in Showdown.
Yes.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Well, that's something you need to know.
But Mitchell just bogeyed, or he's not even in for bogey. I might.
Yeah, no. Mitchell could have beat you with a birdie, but he bogeyed the last.
Oh, really?
I believe. Yeah.
Well, he's definitely he's definitely bogeying the last. It's funny because I have him in a matchup.
You got an Eric Cole first round leader ticket that you're sweating out right now, and
oh yeah, true.
No one. I mean,
no, people are close.
Like, Scheffler and Harris English are knocking on the door.
Shout out Harris English for sure. I mean, but he's run out of time. He's 5 under through 14. You're sitting at 7 under at the top of the board. Scheffler, who's of course Scotty, 4 under through 12. So we'll see. Rose in that same boat. Not worried about Collie, but he's 4 under through 13. What was
good
Cole's
news?
Number?
Say it again.
What was Cole's number?
60-1.
That'd be a nice hit.
So good news is, I believe I crunched the numbers. I've ran the data. Worst case, if all bad things happen, I think you walk out with 1,000, which is lovely.
That's not bad.
So now
that's pretty good.
You know who could take you out, which would be funny. JT Poston.
Yeah, he's on a nice. He got an eagle and then he just birdied it. Okay, so I can root against
that birdie
JT
hurts. I think if he birdies one more hole, depending on how much a birdie is, somebody takes first from you.
Well, he's definitely going to birdie at least one more hole, but he could bogey one and I'd be in better shape, right?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, he's only got 3 holes left to play.
Sia gave this out to all of you, by the way. This was available on the socials. Sia handed out 4 first-round leader bets, and there were some nice sweats in there, but one of those 4 is sitting at the top. Eric Cole.
Well, so yeah, Eric Cole in the other. So I had 4. Eric Cole was 1. Brian Griffin. I almost said Brian. Ben Griffin was the other one. Was another one. He's tied for second at 6 under. And then I had Aaron Rye tied for 6th at 5 under.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 4th guy was Ryan Gerard, who's like -2. He's nowhere near it.
Guys all over it.
How many of these guys did you invest in as not necessarily outright,
all 4
but,
as outrights? All 4 are outrights, and all 4 are in that lineup that's currently winning $5,000.
All 4.
That makes a lot of sense.
Did you play all 4 like top 10s, top 20s, or anything like that too, or just sprinkle outrights?
Just outrights. I just joined a site that like allows me to do each way, so I dabbled in that as well.
It's about fucking time.
What
I hate that site though. I just like the platforms of some of these sites. I'm not about. But I mean, I like that I have the option though.
Fill me in on the each way market.
You're basically doubling your bet so that if your guy, let's say, finishes, let's say it's a 60-1, like because Eric Cole is one of my outrights, but his outright is actually more like 100-1.
Okay.
And so basically, if I want to put $10 to win 1,000, I can do that. But I'm also in the each way, I'm also putting an additional $10. So doubling my bet to get 1/5 of the amount if he finishes in the top 5. So let's say he finishes second. I don't win the outright. That $10 is gone, but I'm getting 1/5 of whatever like $1,000 would be. So I'd be getting 200 back on Eric Cole if he finished like 3rd or 4th.
So it's a little like soccer Asian handicapping.
I guess so. I mean, you're not actually asking the soccer guru here, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah, whatever that means. Yes.
Splitting up your bet into multiple outcomes, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't do each ways now, and I hate it. I hate it so much because now I just got to pick a winner. That's too fucking hard.
It's so hard. This is the first tournament in my life that I've actually done an each way.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you probably feel pretty damn good.
All my guys are at the top, except for one.
Exactly.
All my guys are at the top. So
yeah, because if you just had them outrights right now, like yes, you'd feel good, but probably none of them are gonna win. So
Jake's asking in the chat, if he wins, do you win both? You do, right?
Yes, exactly.
Theoretically,
you win both.
Yeah.
Good question.
Embiid says Rose, Harmon, Rye for him.
English putting for birdie. So this would be really bad when it's running out of gas. Okay, so he's got 4 more holes to play. It's a par for him. 4 more. Wait, 15? Yeah, he's got 4 more to play. Eric Cole would be that would be a great first round leader hit.
Yeah, it'd be tremendous. Anytime you hit a 60-1.
Adam, let's change the subject while I watch all of this crumble in front of me.
Sure, please.
Miami Heat.
Yes.
They basically sell out because, like, in their defense, if you don't like the trade, like, where was Miami going? Like, and if Pat Riley's getting older, like there's a lot of pressure on him to make a big trade post LeBron, which was so long ago. Like, I get just trying to go all in and doing the thing of, I've got a great coach in Eric Spoelstra who made guys like Duncan Robinson great and Max Strus great. And we can go down the list of guys that, like, you know, were kind of like nobodies in NBA circles.
Successful role players, like in the Miami offense specifically. So I get having these two big men and then being like, Spoelstra and Pat Riley will just kind of figure it out. Did you not like the trade because they just gave up too much? And it's weird to have Bam and you know, Giannis and kind of nobody else. We saw what the Heat were last year and what they've been in recent years. So they weren't suddenly getting better overnight, you know, without making obviously an impactful move. Like, the roster was the roster. You could improve on the fringes. You could hope that, you know, your guys have healthy seasons, but you're still not a contender in the Eastern Conference, even if it's a wide open Eastern Conference. The thing is, because they did not only mortgage the future in terms of like future assets and first round picks and swaps and all of that, with the amount that you gave up in terms of the package and the totality of players to bring in Giannis and Portis, I still don't think Miami is very good. Does it have a higher ceiling? Is it better than it was? Sure. You know, do you have a really solid starting five and no depth behind it? Yes. Again, if your guys can stay healthy, assuming you're bringing back Powell, can Wiggins stay on the floor? Is Bam even a good fit next to Giannis, which is a legitimate question mark? And is Giannis going to stay healthy, which is the biggest question after the history of calf injuries, and he missed more than half the year last year. But let's just play make-believe and say, yes, Giannis has a healthy season, and this fits, it works. I still think 5 seed, maybe a 4 seed, like at best. This is not a contender right now. Now, I say that in late June. Free agency hasn't come yet. They have some wiggle room. They can do some things. They can obviously make moves at the trade deadline to improve themselves for the back part of the year leading into the playoffs. But as they exist right now, Giannis and Bam is just, that's not a duo that should scare anybody. This is not a team that is better than New York, Cleveland, Boston, Detroit. Like, it's still behind all of those teams right now, as far as I'm concerned. Hell, with the moves that Charlotte's making, Charlotte might be better than Miami.
The Hawks had a good draft too. I mean,
yeah, I think, to your point, Pat Riley did what he had to do, and look, like, good on him. He brought in Shaq, he brought in LeBron, he brought in Butler. Now he's brought in Giannis. They've had multiple championship runs there. Obviously, they've gotten, you know, they've won multiple rings. They have Spoelstra, as you said. Like, this is one last hurrah for Riley, and who knows how much longer Spoelstra wants to do this. I know dude looks like he's 35, but he's, you know, getting up there a little bit too. So I don't know. I just think they got moves they still have to make if they want to be taken seriously. You know, like, people didn't believe the Bucks were going to do anything last year. That team had Giannis. It had some pieces around it. It didn't have maybe a second fiddle to the caliber of Bam, but when it did the year before with Damian Lillard, still wasn't a particularly good team. So, you know, I don't know. Ghost says I'm sleeping on Wiggins a little bit. I don't think I am, to be honest with you.
He feels very like Harrison Barnes in his prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's good, but you're never going to be like, you know, he's going to win games for you. Thorpe, what are your thoughts on all this?
Have you thought about how much points they're going to score as a team if Bam's dropping 83
yeah,
and you have Giannis?
If they could only play the Wizards every game.
Yeah,
I feel like Spoelstra and Pat Riley will get this figured out. I just don't know how soon they'll get it figured out. Giannis is 31.
Yeah.
Bam's got to be younger than Giannis, right? He's probably 30, 29, something like that.
Yeah, ballpark.
There's time for them and for some of these rosters to turn over. Like, who knows where the Celtics will be in 1 or 2 years. The Knicks will probably still be pretty solid. I don't know. I feel like they had to do something. They just had to.
It also makes their team. It makes their team much more attractive for people to want to go to now. So you can
sure.
sort of get it's like when LeBron goes anywhere, not now, but like when he used to, everyone would go there, take deals, like, you know, like, take pay cuts. And that's sort of the idea behind getting a guy like that.
back in the day, we saw the Lakers do that with Gary Payton and Karl Malone, an experiment that ended up not working. I mean, they were okay, but
you're talking about
I guess
at the very end of their careers, though.
Right. Exactly. But I'm just saying, like, if they can attract one or two, but like, who's taking less money to go play in Miami? That's the thing. That's what they would ultimately need to do.
Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure my buddies here have season tickets, and now I get to watch a little bit of
Giannis.
Giannis.
You'll get to watch a little Giannis.
Cool.
So I'm just pulling up on Spot Track some of the salary cap.
Hey, Thor, guess how old Eric Spoelstra is? I had to look it up because Adam was like, he's no spring chicken or whatever he said. Guess how old Eric Spoelstra is?
I feel like you're leading me to believe he's way older than other peers.
He's got to be mid-50s. He's got to be mid-50s. He's been around forever.
Well, let's guess an actual number, both of you.
Okay, 54.
55.
It's 55.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, great job, both of you. I am still stuck in the Eric Spoelstra that like took over and he was like the film guy for Miami.
Right.
I don't know if you didn't give me much time to think about it, I would have said he was like 45, 47 years old. I'm stunned that he's 55. Genuinely.
He's an old bastard. Yeah.
Well, again, he's been around for like how long has he been coaching there? 20 years?
No.
Ballpark? Like, I mean,
15?
truly, how long has it been?
Well, I suppose I could look that up. I'm guessing it's been 15 years. Miami Heat.
I mean, probably has 20 on the nose because I'm sure that would be more widely talked about, but he's got to be approaching it.
Yeah, so it looks like 2008, 2011. I don't know. I'll look it up later, but yeah, it's about 15 years, I think.
Eric Spoelstra, coaching record, basketball reference, Eric with a K. Assistant coach dating back to 97. He got the head job in 08-09. So 18 seasons. So next year is 19.
I want the Heat to be good. I feel like the NBA is more fun when the Heat are good. Clark
By
for
the way,
double bogey. Wow.
Now that I've spent no time doing this, but now that I'm actually looking at his career coaching record, now undeniably he's put up some numbers. He's 830 and 611. That's a winning percentage of about 58. I feel like, by the way, we talk about Eric Spoelstra like he's got, a 650 winning percentage, not 580 or 575. He is obviously generally in the playoffs. Only missed a few times, including last year, when they still went over 500, 43 and 39. But in terms of real runs, you have the LeBron window where they're at least Eastern Conference champs 4 straight years, win 2 titles. That's from 2011 through 14. From there, Eastern Conference champs in 2020, and then again in 23. With another long playoff run in 22 and a decent one in 16. Other than that, usually a team that either doesn't make the playoffs or loses in the first round. Do we overhype Eric Spoelstra?
No, because you have to layer on the context that after LeBron, and granted, he had the luxury of the big 3, they didn't really have much talent. I mean, it hasn't been a team that's had a lot of stars post LeBron. So for him to have that winning percentage and to consistently get in the playoffs and make runs in the playoffs with basically like Jimmy Butler, like disgruntled Jimmy Butler as your best player is pretty impressive.
I never know how much credit to give coaches, man.
Especially in the NBA.
I never do. Because like you need the talent, and if you don't have the talent, like you suck. So you need the talent, and then once you have the talent, how much did you really do to? I never know, man. I never know.
I think the key is to evaluate them when they don't have the talent. And if they're winning more games than they should, especially against good teams, then that's probably a lot of coaching is involved there.
Yeah, which I feel like he did.
Exactly.
Right?
Which is why I think he's one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah.
I consistently say he's the best, but I mean, I'll admit I don't exactly know what I'm talking about when I just make a.
You don't know what you're talking about anything.
It's true. Do you guys want to talk about the words that I discovered that I've been mispronouncing my entire life?
Talk about whatever you want to talk about. I got a thought on something too in just a little bit. You go first. What words do you pronounce funny?
Okay, well, I think we established this on the last show. Maybe Adam, you reminded me but we talked about it on Fairway Forecast yesterday with Alex, and I actually even mentioned it on the Early Edge this morning. That I say spinach that has more of a G to it at the end than the CH.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because it's easier for me to say when you're rolling like with the G than like what feels like a hard CH. But then we realized that I don't say hot dog. I say hot dog, which is super weird. But I never knew I said it.
Like you're in a huddle. Hot dog.
Correct. That's how I say it. And I didn't know that. And then we were going over Alex Steppen. There was a third thing, if you remember, that I definitely say wrong.
Planet.
Do you remember?
Planet.
Oh, well, that one, yeah, kind of. But there was something more commonly said that I definitely say wrong. It wasn't crayon.
There's because I know you guys love when I bring up Dane Cook. There was a Dane Cook joke back in the day where he's talking about because he's more of a storyteller kind of comedian, and so he starts to lead into something with. So here's the scenario if you're a fucking asshole. So there, and I think anytime I hear somebody say scenario, I think about that. I think about that exact joke.
What happened?
I am definitely a scenario guy. I don't say scenario, but I'm pretty sure our guy SBJ actually says scenario.
Wait, we're rooting. Oh, Thorpe. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. I forgot you have an outright on Scotty.
Yeah, I should.
I didn't know why you were rooting for Scotty.
First round leader though, or just an outright?
Just an outright.
Outright. First time of the year. I'm betting.
Long way to go, fella.
Yeah, but he's going to screw up my first round leader. Pretty easily, I think. I think he's going to get to 8 or 9 under. I'm not even just saying that.
He's 4 under through 12.
If he does, tournament over.
But he's got a par 5 coming up, a drivable par 4. Like, I bet in the without Scotty market. I was definitely afraid of him this particular week. So
I didn't do the full 500 though that we talked about. Because I did tell you I wanted to save a little in case he did the weird round 1 thing.
Yeah.
But now he's doing that thing. I did bet round 1 top 10 for Scotty at plus money. So
Justin Rose making every putt on the planet. He might catch too.
Did we bring up Alex?
He's gonna catch. He's at 6 under.
He's at 6.
Wow.
You brought me up to talk about words and foods you mispronounce. And then we just completely shifted to golf.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Our bad. Get out of here.
My FRL is cooked. Okay, so
it's only slightly cooked right now.
It's cooked.
It's simmering. You are not done.
Yeah.
It's cooked.
Cookage. Is that another one?
Yeah. Did anybody in the chat? Do we mispronounce certain words like hot dog? I'll start saying hot dog. So easy to say hot.
See, for me, it's like you put the emphasis on hot or dog. Hot dog, hot dog. No, hot dog. Yeah, hot. Okay.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. Yeah, it's definitely not hot. Hot dog.
Yeah, it's a hot dog.
Thorb, say the planet that begins with an M, not
Mercury.
Mars. Say it again.
Mercury.
That's perfect.
Mercury.
I dragged the UR after the C. I make that the E. So I say Mercury.
Oh.
Where I'm doing.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know. That's so
much
harder. I have no idea.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Mercury. Mercury.
Jason says he says milk with a strong K. Milk.
Milk.
Oh,
milk.
So Adam, what was the thing you were going to bring up?
So before we started the show, I had a little time. Kids are off. They're at the pool last day of school, and I didn't have time to go over there because I was going to hang out with you guys.
Still going?
Today was the last day. Just ended. Finally. I know. Snow days and shit. Kept pushing it off. You're
gonna make up snow days?
Yes, you do, because you have to go you got to go 180 days or whatever it is. And on top of that, my town, I'm gonna sound like an ass. It embraces every holiday it can possibly take.
Yeah,
like holidays I have never heard of. Nope, no school today. What? Sorry, again? So every holiday, like I don't even know how many weeks out of the year they go for 5 days.
Yeah, my town does the same thing.
Truly.
And there's been a lot of pushback lately because school's ending too late.
It's too much. And by the way, that's not me being like, oh, other people's. No. All holidays. My holidays, your holidays. I don't care. Go to school for all of them.
I agree.
All of them.
School. We'll celebrate after.
Yeah, honestly, as it is, you go for a half day. Figure it out later. But yeah, the thing I was going to bring up, I had a few minutes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the TV show Rooster on HBO. It's a Steve Carell vehicle. It's kind of a comedy drama, but it's funny. It's good. I recommend it to people. Not really the point. The point is this. I find that, are there just certain actors that you'll watch, actors, actresses, whatever, that you'll watch pretty much anything they do because you just like them? I feel like Steve Carell has rapidly become one of those people for me.
Birdie for Scotty.
Yeah, you already know.
I like that we're just intertwining all of this. I have somebody in mind. But Thorb, you go first.
I would say yes, but then also like I know, like some people just fall off, and I just sort of stop watching all. We've talked about this. So we've talked about like the Will Ferrell fall off, who's the other main guy? The Mark Wahlberg fall off. That guy's movie sucks. What do you got to say? Go ahead.
There's one guy though. There's one person that if he's in a scene or he actually once did a show that didn't work, but that's because he tried to like be a different, like this guy's pretty typecast as like a funny character.
Okay.
Any scene he is in, I am completely locked in. Do you guys want to guess? He's like, does the comedy thing.
Will Forte.
Say it again.
The comedy
Will Forte.
I don't even know who that is.
He was on SNL for a long time. You'd recognize him if you saw him. But anyway, who?
No, wait. Give me a little bit.
We just got to guess a random.
He's been around for a while, and he's the type of guy that can just like go off script and extemporaneously just like go. Bud Cauley at 6 under. What is going on here? I mean, Cole is so cooked. Dang.
Not yet. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of steam.
We're at yet.
It's a lot of steam, but he's not done.
Yeah, you might be fucked, huh?
Rob Lowe.
Funny guy.
Rob Lowe. That's a callback, folks.
Nice.
Fan of the show.
Actually, long time.
Never mind. I can't think of it. Never.
Wait. All right. So somebody who's really great at improv comedy, and then they started doing a serious role, and it didn't work for them. In your mind?
Well, it's a serious role that like you wouldn't even maybe know about.
Jonah Hill.
That's a good guess. It's Vince Vaughn.
See, I love Vince. Like, what did you watch him in that you didn't like?
I think it was season 2 or 3 of True Detective.
That whole show sucked. Like, I mean, after the first season,
that season sucked.
No, but didn't everything after the first season suck?
Yes, kind of. Actually, the second season wasn't. The second season wasn't terrible, but everything after that did suck.
Vince did a recent movie with what the hell's his name? The dude was Cyclops in X-Men. James Marsden. He did a movie with James Marsden recently that I think is maybe Apple TV.
Did you watch Nick and Alice?
Yeah,
Nick
Nick and Mike, or Mike and Nick, or what?
Mike and Nick and Alice or something.
Whatever it was. It was funny though. It was good. I enjoyed it, and you should watch it. Maybe Thor has already seen it because he's shouting it out. Alex looks like he's having a seizure behind the scenes.
Mike,
what is going on with you right now?
Yeah, Mike and Nick and Alice.
Word you cannot say.
No, he didn't say that.
And that was close.
One,
man.
He didn't say that, and 2, maybe he could say that.
No, he still can't.
Appreciate that, Adam, but I don't think so. Yeah, so it's Mike and Nick and Alice. Just don't say it really fast.
Yeah, you know don't 5 times fast that one.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Weird title, good movie. Just watch that.
Fun movie. I enjoyed it.
Oh, so it's a movie. I didn't know if it was a series or.
No.
Okay. Did you ever watch Bad? What's
Bad Monkey?
On app? Yeah. So now here's my.
I've not. Is it worth watching?
So here's my thing with it. All my friends like it a lot. I think Vince Vaughn is way too Vince Vaughn-y in that.
Okay.
It's like he just won't shut the fuck up type of thing. And that's his character in the show. Yeah, he plays Adam in the show. But yeah, it was too much for me but because I thought it was really good at first, but then his character is like the most Vince Vaughn as Vince Vaughn can get, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. You'd probably, I mean, if you love Vince Vaughn, you should be all over that show.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that, so I'll definitely check it out. Who's Christopher Walker?
I think does he mean Christopher Walken?
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Walken.
Yeah. Always seems to have running roles or appearances. Yeah. I think maybe it popped. I don't listen to this show, but it popped up on my algorithm on, I don't know, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. The Ringer show, the Rewatchables, and I think they did one on. It was something Vince Vaughn centric. I don't know if they were breaking down swingers and they were just talking about his career and how basically, he was this not failed actor, but it like shit just wasn't working for him basically until Old School came along, which was 2003. And I remember it vividly. It's my favorite movie and I saw it in the theater. I don't know how many times, but that set up the like comedy Vince Vaughn run that has basically followed him all the way through, except for when he's branched out and done some of these random things. But that rejuvenated everything after Swingers, after Made, after some failed movies.
Thorb, what does that look?
Justin Rose in Iwata?
Yeah, I saw that.
Justin Rose in Iwata? Good for Sia.
But are you saying good for Sia for the first round leader thing? Because it is. That's true.
He can still get up and down for par, right? This is the drivable Jibbit John.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still got to worry about Bud Cauley and Scheffler. I think Scheffler is like getting to 8 or 9 under. That's the thing.
Yeah, and if he does, call the tournament now, Papi.
I know it's over. Hey, listen.
It's over.
Like I have not been successful in the without Scotty Scheffler market thing because he's not winning. But I showed you the clip, Thorpe, from my golf show. I was like, give me a solo shot. Scotty Scheffler is winning this week, and that's why
you should post that clip when he wins. That's good.
Oh, I'm definitely going to post that clip when he wins.
Yeah, post it everywhere on Facebook too.
I had something to say as I watched Justin Rose here.
Say something. I'll narrate the chip. Oh, he chips it up right side of the green. Should break a little left here, and it's way short. Yeah, he's going to bogey that.
What was that little tinge of an accent you put on that?
Couldn't tell you, brother. It just happens, man.
Thorpe, you got a new song that came out with somebody that went to, my understanding, was at the Content House with you. Did you do the song there, or had you already done the song?
That was at the previous Content House, but
so many content houses.
Actually, so many Content Houses, man. But that one was done post Content House. That we're doing a whole EP together, so we've been in talk with with the first time we met was at the first Content House, and then we were just like, hey, like we work very well together. Let's just do. So we're gonna do like 8, 9, 10 songs together.
Whoa!
So we already have almost all of them done, and they'll be cycled out like almost weekly or bi-weekly. Yeah.
Are you going to like attach any like video stuff with that, or not really?
I would have if his ass came to the second Content House, but he did not.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be a third Content House though. So
when's that?
Then after that, it's probably like October, November. So
does anyone live in a Content House? Like, does anyone Content House 365?
Oh yeah, dude. Like all these, that was a big thing. There's like a Netflix series about all these TikTok assholes just living in the same house. The dancing
year round, straight up. This is where they live, and it's just what they do.
It's straight up called the Content House. Yeah.
Is that like, can you survive doing that, or do you have to have a quote unquote real job and then come back to?
No, they're making so much money.
They're making way more money than we could imagine.
If you have made the decision to go to a Content House, you're already in a position where you are raking it in.
Yeah, it's not like my Content House.
You should go live in a Content House.
Yeah, well, this isn't a Content House. This is like an artist retreat, a music artist retreat. Content House is
you guys just rented an Airbnb.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, a big one. But
we're just calling it a Content House.
Yeah, no, see it called it. I was just rolling with it. But yeah, Content House is what these kids, like the kids with like 18 million followers on TikTok, they're all living in that shit.
Sounds nice.
Just doing dances and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know if dance is a big thing anymore, but I'd still like to make fun of it.
Yeah, you don't see as many of the viral TikTok dance things happening anymore, do you?
Yeah, the hot chicks are still up to it. They're doing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, got to pay the bills.
Yeah, respect.
Ecuador and Germany has reached the half, 1-1.
Did you all see Keegan flirting with the water? Did you all see Caitlin Clark take a fist to the throat yesterday? Very purposeful one.
I didn't see it. I saw I got an alert on my phone about it. How bad did it look?
I mean, it's pretty bad because like there's no way you would ever get up off the ground by putting your fist into somebody's throat and like continue to try to get up that way. So it was like very, very targeted, pretty clear.
Did you see her walking?
I figure out how to search this on Twitter. Probably shouldn't be Clark Fist.
Yeah, settle down, dude. You've had this problem before.
Yeah.
Did you see Caitlin Clark walking down the tunnel in a very revealing outfit?
I did not.
Because
that was AI.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was. They
got me again.
No, literally.
They got me again.
Literally, it was actually AI.
That doesn't seem like Caitlin Clark's style right now to do that. I can't believe
it wasn't that revealing.
No, but also it was just like it was an enhanced photo. How about that? It wasn't just the clothes that were different on Caitlin Clark.
I'll still say what I was gonna say. Would.
Well,
yeah, but it was AI.
Yeah, it was.
Doesn't matter.
It may as well have been Jessica Rabbit.
He doesn't get that reference, by the way.
I got that, kind of. Still, real life, no AI would. Just saying. I want to throw that out there.
I'm watching this on a loop, and I don't know. I feel like it's been talked about as worse than it actually looks.
I mean, she's putting all of her body weight on her fist, which is on Caitlin Clark's throat. Like, what? How much worse could that be?
Well, but I mean, she put the fist on her arm, and I'm not saying this wasn't malicious, but it slipped down the arm onto the throat as she was standing up.
Oh, whoopsie daisies.
So as she continued to stand up, she continues to put her like if that would happen in like a normal person, they would immediately either move their hand or stop getting up because they feel that your hand is on somebody's throat.
So what you're saying is Alyssa Thomas, dirty player.
Yeah, I would say
it got reviewed.
I mean, at least a dirty act anyway.
See, look in the chat. Got reviewed. Flagrant 2 today. Wow, it's weird. So the WNBA goes back and reviews flagrants and actually changes them to flagrants. That's
Stop it. You won the title. Get over it.
Just saying. Wemby's a bitch. Wemby's a bitch. Just saying.
We should have played the song.
Is there any player in recent, like in your brain, in recent NBA memory, whose perception universally changed in a series?
No.
Like, people, and I'm one of them, just beloved. Like, I mean, everyone was obsessed with Wemby, and oh, what an amazing person, and oh, what a thoughtful speaker, and all of these different. He's just this we got to prop him up as the next guy, the face. He is everything that is right with the NBA today. And 5 games later, or whatever it was. Dirty bitch. Fuck that guy.
Happy, man.
He sucks.
Makes me so happy.
He is a villain.
I don't have that perception of him. I don't think that series did that to him like you guys say. I do think he lost a little bit of the shine, but I don't think it was that bad.
You should look in the comments under like any Wemby post right now. Like after it's awesome. Everybody's shitting on him. It's fucking great, man. Because I was onto him before this all went down. I was onto that bastard.
Nobody hates Wemby more than Knicks fans too, which is so funny because you guys did win the championship. But my best friend in the world is a diehard Knicks fan, a bigger Knicks fan than even you, Thorb. And does he hate Wemby?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so that reminds me. Because we've talked about this before, and we got about 5 minutes left on the show. Sure. Make sure you follow this podcast, No Plays Off, on Apple or Spotify, and that you are following Your Betting News Network channel on YouTube. With all of that said, let's go back to one of the more pivotal questions that we've ever asked on this show. Who is the worst fan base? Because I think like Philly had such a huge lead. But I don't know, man. New York is like neck and neck, pun intended, at this point.
You know what it is for me is I'm glad that you said fan base, but for a while it was like, oh, it's Philly fans, right? Like, oh, they threw batteries at Santa Claus. Really, that was Eagles fans, but it's Phillies fans. I'm not necessarily going to say New Yorkers, like just as a generalization. I think Knicks fans might be the worst.
Well, hold on.
There may not be a fan base worse than specifically Knicks fans.
So I would say if you're going to go to like an actual like team, and Thorpe, you're going to get certainly last word on this. I would actually still put Eagles fans as worse than, if we're going to relegate it to just a team, to worse than Knicks fans. But if we're let's paint with more of a broad brush. The New York fans also were not great at the US Open. And I know it's golf, it's a little different, but like New York fans have taken some hits in terms of reputationally over the last 3 weeks. Thorpe, go ahead.
Okay, so you can't just take clips from genuine pieces of shit that are wearing Knicks jerseys and then just assume that like the Knicks fans
Why not?
are like,
why not? Why can't we do that?
There's pieces of shit everywhere.
That's fair.
Well, yeah, but it's not happening everywhere.
They're just filming it everywhere now because we won the chip. And like, I guarantee the people that are just beating the shit out of people aren't even like really Knicks fans. They just came that like one day and just started beating the shit out of.
I mean, it was more than one day.
Sure, but like, you can't like. There's so many like Knicks fans are like the most passionate people in the world, and then there's just a subset of pieces of shit that are just beating people up. You know what I mean? But I get it. No, everyone's gonna say the Knicks are like the worst fan base now, but just because of this one series and like this one, but I don't know. It's fine. You just can't. There's pieces of shit and good people. It's just that
here's the thing.
There's a lot of pieces of shit in New York that are on video.
It doesn't feel like there are enough people that when those things happen, like that are Knicks fans that try to break it up on behalf of the rest of Knicks fans.
Yeah, everyone
it just feels like it's like an angry mob, and then it's everybody kind of pointing and kind of laughing at like what's happening. And like that's the thing. It's like, yeah, it might be isolated, but like where's that passion from other Knicks fans that are like, we can't do this, let's arrest these, like whatever it is. I don't know. I don't see it. I feel like Knicks fans are just kind of pointing and laughing at everything.
Yeah, maybe you don't see those videos because they're not as viral. I don't know. But I think also that's just the culture today is when anything's happening, everyone just takes out their phone and film and doesn't do a fucking thing about it because everyone's soft and stupid and dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a thought. Yeah, go Knicks though. Knicks at 5. Wemby's a fucking bitch.
Who wins the who's in the finals next year?
Oh, Knicks.
Obviously.
Yeah, duh. I don't know.
OKC had a nice
I don't
draft.
think the Knicks win again for another 50. So
I think the East continues to be wide
you'll
open.
see it again, is what you're saying.
that puts me. Nah, dude, I'm not making it that far. That's
Come
way
on,
too many
come
years.
on. You
Way too many years.
keeping yourself in shape.
Oh, dude, see, I'm gonna make you look like a little girl soon. Now that I'm in Miami and then I get all this motivation at the gym.
Here we go. There it is. Great.
That's.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I think he's got you beat right now.
He does have me beat. He's got so much pop on the bicep, but his tricep. Well, let's see the tricep.
What were you showing your off arm? You got to go to the other one.
How do you show the tricep?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah, that's how you show the tricep.
Wow, there
that
you
was
go.
actually really impressive. Dang it, he's got me by a little bit.
See, and this is the worst it's gonna be. See, this is the worst it's gonna be. I'm locked in now. I've taken a look around Miami. I've seen what I got to do.
There's a lot like when you go to South Florida, even if it's for a short trip.
BNN calendar.
It's not just humbling, but it like motivates you to be like, oh, I gotta try to keep up at least a little bit here.
Yeah, maybe.
Man, I told you guys.
Not if
I've seen the butts. I've seen the butts. Maybe I'll show you guys some of the butts sometimes. You know what I mean? It's a real motivating factor.
Some of the butts.
It keeps me in the gym going hard. Hard.
Talking about the men's butts.
No, not those butts.
Oh, okay.
The other kind of butts.
I thought the men's butts were really just inspiring you.
They don't get to me as much, you know.
He looks like he cycles, that kind of thing.
Oh, there's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of fake stuff going around too. So, some of the chicks have the biggest, fakest boobs I've ever seen in my life. They look
butt on that one. He must work out.
Horrible. Some of them look terrible. It's real bad. Stay natty, folks. Stay natty, folks.
Yeah, it's true.
Stay natty.
Some people work too hard for that. It ruins you. People get caught up.
I've seen some gross stuff in there. Scary. Stay natty, folks.
Well,
and at that, we'll see you guys next week.
We got to roll.
SBJ.
Is he here? Is SBJ here?
Yeah, come up to the stage for a second.
Get in here. Get in here now.
Nice.
Hey.
Say this word for me. I'm going to spell it. SCENARIO.
Your mic's not on.
You're muted.
Fix it.
Come on, be a professional. Nah, you left.
Nice
back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Scenario.
Good. He's not an asshole.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You was trying to say you were an asshole before.
No, I said I thought you said scenario. Do you go back and forth?
You can say scenario. It's not a big deal.
No, you can't. You got to pick one.
Yeah, Dane Cook says you can't, and Adam's a big fan of Dane Cook.
Well, that tells you everything you need to know. Can I force you guys against your will to say these 4 words?
Are you still here?
Yes.
Oh, Worcestershire. Yeah, I got that one.
Ask.
Okay, move on.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Good.
I don't what. Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm in my head with Sherbert.
Sherbet?
Yeah, Sherbert.
Okay.
And mischievous.
That was a good one.
Worcestershire.
A lot of
right?
people say mischievous for some reason.
Adam, are you okay?
Where you want to be?
No, I'm not. I'm not. Why am I the only one that read these words?
Oh, because it was funnier. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we're not doing
it. All right, next but not really, Puckett. Remember, subscribe to the podcast. For see ya.
Yeah, do that.
I'm Adam. We'll talk to you again soon.
My biceps are bigger than C's.
Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople, been a long time gone. Constantinople, now it turns to light on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul.
They got me in the zone. What's going on, everybody?
What was that?
I don't know, man. I'm into it, though. Let's go. It's Istanbul. That's all I heard from Mr. Bizney. Welcome to the show. Another hour right here on the Betting News Network. This is your afternoon best espresso. That's just Sook. My name's SPJ. Excited to have you guys here for another hour. Locked and loaded with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the last hour with the Bicep Boys and Adam. Bye, Biz. See you later, buddy. Real quick, though, since they just talked about this, Sook, shall we do this? Because Adam's effort was terrible.
You want to go first?
Sure. Ask like a normal person. Worcestershire, also like a normal person. And I'm pretty sure that it says sherbet like that, but I think that's how you spell sorbet, isn't it? And then mischievous.
Okay. Ask. And I'm pretty sure it's Worcestershire.
No.
Sorbet. No, not Worcestershire.
Nope. Worcestershire.
Sounds right to me.
Nope.
And then mischievous.
Mischievous. Yeah.
Mischievous.
What's wrong with that, Bizney? What's wrong with mischievous? That's not how it's pronounced. How is it pronounced?
Why?
Mischievous. No. Yes. It's mischievous. It's mischievous, and it's Worcestershire.
No.
Worcestershire.
We get a British person to. It's. I swear it's Worcestershire.
It's not Worcestershire, bro.
Sorbet and mischievous.
It's not Worcestershire. It depends on where you are from, I guess. Whatever Adam said there was just zero wrong. Just not even ballpark. But that is sorbet, right?
That is sorbet, yeah.
It's so interesting that it's so close to, or do people just say sherbet because they're idiots?
I think it's just people are idiots.
It's regional, remember?
It's regional. Love it.
Yeah, Midwest thing.
Was this
dumbass?
Was this part of Don't Get God, or did you just bring these up randomly?
Nope.
Or?
Me and Sue were talking about it on the Fairway Forecast, and then he brought the previous topic to No Plays Off, and he was pronouncing spinach as spinach, hot dog as hot dog, mercury as mercury. Yeah, don't ask me. No idea.
Well, have you heard that British people say aluminium instead of aluminum?
Yeah. That's
I like that one.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
That one always it's aluminum. That one always trips me out. I'm trying to think of some other ones that are British ones. That I can't think of at the moment. So hang on. Why is this failing right now?
What are commonly mispronounced
I'm trying to
British words?
There we go. They say lorry instead of a tractor trailer. A lorry.
I thought you were talking about lorry marketing.
Yeah, old marketing. They also say a brolly instead of an umbrella.
A brawly. I have not heard that one.
They say herb and not herb.
Herb. Herb. Yes. Yeah.
Herb.
Yes.
Oh, also because we watch a lot of James Bond movies, me and my wife, she is disturbed that when British people say ma'am, it sounds like mum. And she just thinks everyone's calling M mum every time we watch James Bond.
Mum, mummy, mum, mummy, mum. Okay. All right. See you later, Biz. Have a good day.
See you, Stu.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Alex. Have fun taking over the world. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Another hour, having some fun, all ready to kick you off. We got a huge show today. We got Chef T stopping by. We've got Betsky stopping by for Where in the World is Gretzky Betskys. We've got lots of news to discuss as we had another huge trade in the NBA as LaMelo Ball is packing his bags and heading out of Charlotte and moving on to take his talents to Minnesota. Look out, all you drivers out in Minneapolis. But
how do people from Minnesota say those words?
Minnesota. I have no idea. Not like that. Not like that. We're going to talk about the trade. We're going to talk about as well. We're going to play some games today. We're going to have some fun. We've got World Cup action. The guys talked about it earlier on not on No Plays Off, on the morning spread. Sook and I maybe have a play or two in the World Cup action today. Otherwise, we'll find something to go in the parlay. Chef will be here, like I said, to talk some MLB. I've got some WNBA plays by our friends at Tipmaster. So do you have any plays today?
I actually do, but it's when we're going to talk about just NBA news. I have a future that I already took.
All right, now. Where in the World is Gretzky Betsy is going to be fun today because he'll be previewing the NHL draft, which is tomorrow. So he'll be giving you some moves on the draft starting off tomorrow. And then we'll cook the parlay, put together something at the end of the show. We're going to be going to a new website, though. It's called Build a Player. Jackson, did you see that I texted this earlier today? Did you see that? You excited about this? It's going to be fun. Have you played this game yet, Suck?
No, I have not. I haven't even clicked on it in the group chat.
Ooh, all right. I played it once earlier. It's actually pretty hard, and it's going to be pretty fun. It's also incredibly frustrating. But we'll play that, and then we will also. I have a couple things that I want to talk about before we talk about the LaMelo thing.
Okay,
LaMelo trade. The first one. This one's quick, and I want to just get your thoughts on this. Oh, what is Shaq's doing here? Oh, are we getting alive at Arrowhead?
Oh, hello. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
How we doing?
Look at you. Oh, my
hey,
God.
Look.
The rain is holding off. Just talk. I know you have terrible service out there.
Yeah, man. Hey, the mountains are blue. Coors Light. The sea is orange. And there is going to be a tidal wave of Netherlands goals today. We're taking 1.5 in the team total. First half, plus 125. 2.5 for the game at minus 155. 3.5, plus 162. And even 4.5 for plus 390. The Netherlands are just going to bring a beat down today. Got to win the group. Go Dutch. Kom op Nederland.
That was impressive Dutch right there. And those mountains are cold. What is that top
Yeah,
here?
the mountains are blue. Indeed. It's
that
very hot.
Here?
It's a local KC beer lager. Phenomenal.
Ooh, let's go.
Met some friends in the parking lot, so we're good to go.
Also, chat, we just got a little Shags appearance. Don't dock.
Cheers.
Don't dock the man.
Hey, who's scoring first, man? Who's scoring first?
It's Brodbery. It's Brodbery first.
There you have it.
Let's go.
There you have it. Brodbery first goal.
As long as he gets to start. As long as he gets to start.
As long as he's in the lineup.
I texted Shags earlier today. We were chatting, or we were on the phone actually, and I said, "What? You're seeing your brother today? I'm sure he's going to have a goal scorer." And he's like, "No, he's going to have a first goal scorer."
It's the way he likes to bet. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Absolutely. I remember sitting next to him watching Thursday Night Football. We were cooking away, and he was like, "But who's scoring the first touchdown?" And I was like, "This DJ, get out of here with that. Come on."
Hey,
we like what we like.
All right, man. Enjoy the game. Don't get too wet out there.
Oh, we'll try. We'll stay dry. A lot of goals for the Dutch.
Let's go. That's going in the lay for sure.
Later, boys.
See you, buddy. It's not Sunday, but we're always having fun.
What a goat.
What a goat. Absolutely. Good stuff. Okay. I want to show you this. And I want to show you why the WNBA is awesome yet incredibly frustrating at times. I'm sure you maybe saw this floating around on the timeline, but let's have a gander. In honor of its 30-year anniversary, this is the poster that you can purchase as a what is the word? Commemorative item. There it is.
Okay.
Now it's gone viral on the timeline because there's been some exclusions of the players. Now, as you can see, it's current players and some GOATs from the past that built obviously the 30 years of the WNBA history. The biggest exclusion is Caitlin Clark. The second biggest exclusion is Sabrina Ionescu. And the third biggest exclusion, I think they're all big, is Diana Taurasi.
Ooh.
Now, the thing that I have, obviously the Caitlin Clark one has been kind of in the headliner for various reasons, and I think it's well talked about. All three of these ladies not being on this is just the most egregious of nastiest of works. Like, what in the actual fuck are we doing, WNBA PR? Like, I get if you want to make maybe a point and exclude Caitlin Clark, but, like, you got Paige Beckers on here. You got Angel Reese on here. You got Shakira fucking Austin on here. And you're not going to put Sabrina Ionescu, a possible MVP candidate year after year. Candace Parker excluded as well, Skit. That's a good one, too. Sophie Cunningham over CeCe is just the they got Marina fucking Mabry on this thing. Like, I get it, but, like, nasty work. And again, the whole Caitlin Clark, everybody just then makes it racist and shit, and it has nothing to do with that. I don't know why Caitlin Clark was excluded, but Diana Taurasi not being on here, grody.
Yeah.
Ionescu not being on here,
crazy.
Crazy work, man. Crazy work. I was shocked. And I mean, a lot of people have talked about it again, and it's gone viral, and as it should. It's bullshit. I'd be pissed. Any thoughts besides my little mini rant to start us off?
No strong thoughts, just in defense of the graphic guy. Sometimes we're tired. Sometimes it just slips through. I'll play devil's advocate. Sometimes you don't remember. I'll never forget a few years ago, before I was even full-time with BN, I made a graphic that was like WWE, and I put Roman Reigns in like the side graphic, like collage of all the wrestlers, but he wasn't on the list. And it kind of like, for our time of that time, like it went a little viral. Like the wrestling community saw it on X and they were not happy with it. So in the graphics guy's defense, sometimes you're tired.
Suckman. Now I appreciate your sentiment here. But excluding, I mean, again, everybody can have their personal opinions of Caitlin Clark and all that type of jazz, but like, you can't exclude her off this graphic. You can't exclude Sabrina Ionescu off this graphic. You can't exclude Diana Taurasi off this graphic. Like, it's just disgusting. Yeah. So, anywho, that was weird. Don't know why they did that. All right, we're going to play a game. It's called Who Are the Best Two Duos in the NBA? But in honor of getting that, we have a new duo to talk about. Breaking news today, this morning, from Shams. Shams been busy, Suckman. LaMelo is now a T-Wolf. Look out, all you Minneapolis drivers. LaMelo's coming to town. LaMelo Ball and Josh Green traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for the Charlotte Hornets. They received Naz Reid, 2033, unprotected first-round pick, and you can see the couple of pick swaps there on the screen as well. So LaMelo partners up with Ant-Man. Their front court gets a little smaller with no Naz Reid and now no Julius Randle as well for the Wolves. So they said, we don't give a shit about size in this Western Conference. We just want ball huckers, apparently. what is your reaction to this? I mean, we were kind of joking about it last night when it kind of started flirting around that he was on the move, and then it happened very quickly this morning that he is going to go to Minnesota. So what do you think about Ant-Man joining, excuse me, LaMelo joining forces with Ant-Man?
I absolutely love it. Like we put out with the graphic, both guys were top 10 in 3-pointers made in a game, 3.8 and 3.6, I think it was. But both these guys are absolutely letting it fly from distance. And I think it will be very difficult for teams to defend both these guys. And I do think that this trade tells us a few things. Tim Connolly is one of the best executives in the entire association. He left the Denver Nuggets in 22 to become the president of Minnesota, but he built that team that won the championship in Denver. He was the guy that pushed for the Aaron Gordon trade. And since he's been in Minnesota, they've drafted very well. This just tells me that Naz Reid, moving on from a fan favorite, maybe the 7'3" Rocco Zikursky is ahead of schedule. He still hasn't turned 20. He's 7'3", averaged 14 and 9 in the G League in just 24 minutes. And maybe Juan Berenjay, who we talked about and bet on the final game of the season, and he had 24 and 12 to close it out in his first start. It really tells me that a lot of these guys might be ahead of schedule. We saw Jaden McDaniels very much develop for them over the years. And I do think that maybe this Minnesota team has decided that we're just going to huck threes, and then we're going to have our defensive actor in Rudy Gobert, who was an all-NBA defensive selection this year. I know everyone loves to bag on him, but the advanced stats and the eye test still said that Rudy Gobert is a top 5 defensive center in the league. So I absolutely love this trade. The whole complaint with Charlotte this year was, yeah, they shoot a lot of threes and Charles Lee's offense, which kind of emulated what Joe Mazzulla does in Boston. But LaMelo was kind of a pylon on defense, and Moussa Diabate wasn't a rim protector, and Kalkbrenner is kind of still developing. So I do think that LaMelo is now with a team that's ahead of schedule, not ahead of schedule, but a team that's ready to contend, basically. And he can pick up and play second fiddle, which I do think that in Charlotte, he was always looked at like, hey, you're the number one guy, but clearly management wanted Kahn and Miller to be the guys. So I love this trade for both sides. And just because we're talking about it, I did see all these grades coming out from different places, like the Wolves getting a D+ from both The Athletic and ESPN, Bleacher Report giving the Wolves a B-. I kind of go with what Bleacher Report is saying. I think this is a great trade, and just giving both teams a B here would be solid in my opinion.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I'd like the combination. I mean, all jokes aside, you know, like it feels like a weird combination, but we talked about this a lot last year with LaMelo Ball and what we saw from him with his progression of his just overall maturity as a basketball player. Like, this is a guy who was obviously drafted at a very young age. What is he, 23? Like, he's still a very young player in his development as a hooper in the NBA, but not only his development as a player, but his development as a person. Ant has shown that he is the type of, thank you, 24, you know who, he's the type of guy who is a great leader, but is also the type of leader that is inclusive with his leadership. He's not like, he's a young leader, you know what I'm saying? Like he can relate to the guys, and like he can be a part of that leadership, and like he just is an enigmatic person. And I feel like if LaMelo can fit in with that, and those guys, he also, Wendy talked about this earlier today, that apparently one of the biggest factors, the reason why Minnesota made this trade and where they're going to bring in a player like this, was because Ant-Man was tired of getting double teamed, and they didn't have anybody else that could attack the double teams or take advantage of those double teams. We saw Io do that near the end of the season when he was getting hot, but like Julius Randle was never going to be that type of player. He's just not. And he's, you know, Julius Randle's Julius Randle at this point. As you said, on the other side, love Naz Reid going to town for the Hornets. That's awesome. This also is a huge, which then later today came out that the Hornets gave the bag to Kobe White, which proves, based on what we saw last season at the end of the year for Kobe White in Charlotte, that he is now going to be a big piece for this team, whether it be he's the starting point guard and Kahn and Brandon Miller are kind of running off of that, however they've pieced that together, or Kobe keeps his sixth man role and continues to be kind of that spark plug off the bench. But I like this, as you said, for both teams. I think it is a little bit of a haul for the likes of a LaMelo. Also, Josh Green is going to fit in nicely too, a guy who can definitely turn into a 36 to 40% three-point shooter. And like, this Minnesota team needed shots. They needed shot makers. They needed guys who can shoot from deep. LaMelo's going to take some fucking weird-ass one-footed threes that are not going to go in. They're going to piss off a lot of Timberwolves fans, but he's going to have nights where he also makes like 10 to 14 of them to make up for it. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Sure.
I like it from both sides. I think Ant-Man's a really happy guy today too, because he can look at this and go, hey, bro, if you guys double team me, LaMelo's going to have about 12 wide open threes a game. So don't be doing that.
Yeah, and LaMelo is comfortable taking it from 26, 27 feet. So you just are absolutely playing with a backcourt that is shooting from the logo. How are you going to deal with that? And then you have great rebounders and athletic defenders that kind of complement the both of them. And if you're running a lineup of Melo, Ant, and Jaden McDaniels and Io, like everybody's 6'5", everybody can move and groove. And then Rudy Gobert is kind of that nail in the coffin, the fifth guy that we saw his passing actually give an uptake last year, which is weird. Guy over 30 adding to his assist totals, which was fantastic to see. So, like, that's the cool thing too with Berenjay and Zakarski there. Both guys over 7 feet, both guys not 20. And they have Rudy Gobert teaching them how to be a pro. Rudy Gobert's been in the league for a decade plus. Dude's absolutely yoked and shredded. And Wemby talks about how that's his mentor. So I do think that, like, Tim Connolly, one of the best GMs we have, one of the best presidents we have in the association. So clearly he thinks some of these guys are ahead of schedule. So I'm excited to see what their win total is going to be, and I might take the over.
I agree sort of with this in the fact that, like, I don't think it makes them like aggressively better. Maybe it makes them a little bit better, but it doesn't move the needle like so much for me. But I think that they made this move not only to bolster the current like window of their roster. Also, again, LaMelo's a young player and can still develop into a big time bona fide star further than he already is. But with Ant-Man there, it's Ant-Man's team now. And I think they did this to say, here you go, Ant. You know,
yep,
this is what you asked for. Here we go. Let's build around what you asked for.
In the middle of the year last year, they were saying, hey, we don't have any point guards. And now fast forward 6 months later, and you got 3 bona fide guys in Bones, Io, and LaMelo that can handle the rock and take pressure off. And
yeah. Well, you also, even though DiVincenzo tore his Achilles, I'm sure he will be coming back at some point next season. So he will be returning to this roster and give veteran leadership, good defense. He can also make some 3-pointers as well. So he can kind of be the level head of that relatively hot-headed guard group, if you want to think about it that way. So that could be beneficial there as well. So big trade. I didn't get your thoughts on this. Or did we talk about the Giannis trade?
And I have lots of thoughts.
Okay. Because I talked about it with V. I've talked about it on a couple of shows, but I haven't seen you since Monday. So I couldn't remember if we had gabbed about it or not. So you can I've already given my perspective on this. What are your thoughts on now that the dust is kind of finally settled about Giannis Antetokounmpo moving to South Beach?
The one thing that I'm not seeing talked about enough, I know everyone's talking about how Norm Powell and is a UFA and Wiggins has an option, and everyone's kind of saying what's going to happen with this roster. But we're all forgetting that Miami deployed a new offense this season. They played 4 out. They did not set a lot of screens. They basically overloaded the weak side and made everybody make tough decisions. And that's kind of why this trade really moves the needle for me. And I love this trade. The reason why that Bam Adebayo wanted to play with Kel Elway so much is because Kel Elway averaged 2.8 offensive rebounds per game. Their offense, the way that it's built, it's basically forcing the defense to make a lot of decisions fast. 2 feet touch the paint, and the entire 4-out offense kind of rotates, and the dunker spot is relied upon. It creates a lot of offensive chances. Kello Ware averaged 2.8 offensive rebounds per game last year. He was the leader for the Miami Heat, and that's why Bam loved to play with him, because they overload the weak side, and then Bam basically gets a really empty side of the floor to run his isolations. Now he gets to do the same thing that he loved doing with Kello Ware with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who averaged 2.7 offensive rebounds per game last year. So you're basically just changing a guy from Kello Ware into Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I think that's going to be great, because if the matchup worked with Kello, who can't dribble, I really do think it's going to work with Giannis. I am super excited for this. And they have a lot of flexibility, because if they decide to let Norm walk, or if they sign and trade Andrew Wiggins, they have plenty of flexibility because they still have their mid-level exemption. They can chase a guy like Rui Hachimura, who will be forgotten by the Lakers as they try to secure Austin Reeves and LeBron James. So if you maybe throw the entire mid-level exemption at Rui and say, hey, the Lakers aren't going to give it to you, quickly sign with us, get a home. And we saw that Rui really excels shooting from the corner. So I really, really do think that this is a match made in heaven because of the system that they deployed last year. And I don't think that's being talked about enough, because it was almost like they adopted this new forward-thinking screenless system with the thought of they were going to pair someone else with Bam. They wanted to see how Bam would do in it. And we saw Bam absolutely go crazy for 83 points last year. And if he excelled with Kel'el Ware, I don't see why he won't excel with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I love the pull, because we talked about this offense a lot to start off the season. And then when Hero returned, it kind of got a little messy. And then it kind of just, the momentum we saw from this team that was just playing at an astronomically fast pace. And as you mentioned, there were no screening rolls in this offense. It was totally 4 out, get to the paint, pass it out. Similar to in the finals. You remember that possession for the Knicks they had against the Spurs where they were running that similar type of style? That clip that kind of went viral, where all the defenders were basically just running around in circles because they were just driving and kicking and driving and kicking and driving. It's the same thing in South Beach.
Same thing.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
But
like, anyway,
Wiggs was a champ, an all-star that year. Let's not forget the Maple Mamba. He's a lunch pail guy. He never turned into a superstar, but he's the guy that you want to go to battle with night in and night out.
You need guys like that on rosters with superstar players to fill them, plug the holes. The Knicks just won a championship with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby as 2 of their starting 5 players. Josh Hart as well. Like, you need the dirty lunch pail guys on. They got to be able to make shots. They got to be able to defend. They got to be able to rebound and obviously facilitate a little bit. But they need to be able to do all the other stuff while the superstars are superstars. And Wiggins fits that bill at a high level.
And even like a guy like Simone Fontecchio, he will fit into this system, and we know the Italian will just literally nod, shake his head at Pat Riley, and sit in the corner and knock down threes at a 40% clip. So
I forgot about Simone, man. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. We'll have more time as the offseason continues, and the NBA offseason is, peak cinema. Last big move to talk about in the NBA world: Austin Reeves got the bag from the Los Angeles Lakers, a 4-year, $100+ million extension from the Los Angeles Lakers to stay in LA. Congratulations to Reeves. Deserving, I would say. Similar deal to what Trae Young got, which is interesting to look at. Also similar age players. In honor of that, let's talk about this. This is a little fun activity posted on the timeline earlier today. Chat, help us out, and then we'll keep moving and grooving through the rest of the show. I want us to rank. There's 8 listed here. I'm going to include a 9th. So let's just do top 5. And chat, you guys help us out here. So this is the current best NBA duos that you can see on the screen. Excluded on this list is Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. I would consider them a top 9, 10 duo. No? Wouldn't you?
Are they a duo?
Is
Austin Reeves his 1B?
If you're putting LaMelo and Ant on this graphic, then yes.
Okay.
All right, so let's do it for the sense of the activity. Let's go top 5. So we have to choose out of the 9 we just ate, plus the Reeves and Luka situation here. Who are you putting at 5?
Top 5th?
Yeah.
That's so hard.
Or do you want to
start at 1?
Let's start at 1. We'll start at 1.
The best duo, and I think that the best duo, you might not like this. I think the best duo, watching them, their chemistry, it's got to be Jokic and Jamal. They've won a chip. They play together so well. I think if we're talking duos, I'm putting Jokic and Jamal first.
I can get behind that. Jokic is we both consider Jokic still the best overall player in the NBA right now.
Yes.
And so he is, and Jamal Murray, I would say, is a top 25 player in the NBA right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, I'm down for that. Let's go Jokic and Murray 1.
Okay. And then you're going to hate who I want to put 2.
JB and JT?
Yep.
I can get down with it.
Okay, so we got the Jokers, and then we got the Jays. And where are we going with 3?
I think you got to go Brunson and Cat. They just won a championship.
All right, Meow, Brunson, Cat. Yeah, I can get behind that. Then we got to go Giannis and Bam.
I think the next step is, and as Chat's saying, I think Jalen Williams and SGA belong more than Chet and SGA, which is
that's bait. That's the Tom Hardy gif.
Yeah,
that's bait.
That's bait. I don't even think this is top. They're not in top 5. We can't even list them in the top 5. I don't think. SGA is great, but what's Chet gonna? Chet's got a lot to prove next year, which is going to be fascinating to see how that plays out. We got all right. So Brunson and Cat 4th. Giannis and Bam 5th, or excuse me, 4th. I'm down. And then do we go Wimby Harper?
See, that's another thing. I think that's the Knicks and the Spurs. I think they're just deep teams with 1A guys. Like I think Wemby and Brunson are the head of a dragon, but it's more a complete body than it is like a 2-headed dragon.
It is Castle. You're right, Beast.
It's Castle. Yeah.
The question is, all right. So we'll do it this way. We've got. Is it Wemby and Cass? Is it Wemby and Harper, or is it LaMelo and Ant?
LaMelo and Ant.
Oh, really?
I am so excited for this. The complete volume from 3 is going to be hilarious.
Is it LaMelo and Ant, or is it Luka and AR-15?
Ooh.
See, to me,
Luka and LeBron. Luka and LeBron 5th.
Okay. And a healthy Luka.
I've never played D&D in my life. I do a lot of other nerdy things, but not D&D.
I have. All right. Well, that was fun. There you go. Nice.
Perfect.
All right. So Jokic, Murray, Tatum, and Brown. Bring it back up. There you go. Brunson, Cat, Giannis, and Bam, Luka and LeBron. Luka, but yeah. Luka's brother.
Luka.
All right. Here we go. A lot of news is, I know you said this is your favorite time of year as a oh shit.
Where are we going?
There we go. As an NBA fan and as a more of a, couch general manager.
Dude, what about this one? Trey and AD.
Ooh.
I think that's a match made in heaven, dude. Heaven.
You got to, AJ might be the second fiddle to that instead of AD. Depending on how that pays out.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. Where do you want to go next? The world is
I'll get my bet out just because we're talking about duos NBA, and the NBA right now. Yeah, I went ahead and took the Miami Heat for 50 wins. I do think that 4 teams won 50 games last year, and then we saw the Hawks and Raptors both win 46 with trades and injuries. So I just think it's a soft number. Miami Heat, we joke about it, but Heat culture is definitely a thing. The 50-win plateau will be something that is internally talked about, a dialogue point, probably a benchmark of, hey, we have to win 50. It'll be a way that they gauge their early start to the season. So I do think that 50 wins for the Miami Heat is something that internally they will go for. So I'm going to go ahead and bet it at a comfortable number, -110.
Excited to get deeper in some NBA. We're going to do some NFL win totals soon. Ooh, summer's fun.
Oh man, I cannot wait till they drop the full win totals. I think I'm going to put, like, in full disclosure here, I have 2.5 units on Miami to get 50 wins.
Well, you're rolling in some units after betting the draft, so there you go.
Yes, thank you, Spurs, for saving me taking him 20th. Oh my goodness!
If they wouldn't have taken him 20th or 19th, is it 20th or 19th?
20th.
If they wouldn't have taken him 20th, would you have never bet the draft again?
I would have never bet the draft again. And then Kareem Lopez goes 21 right after.
I know.
Oh, fantastic.
I know. They did a great interview with him where he cried. I don't know if you probably saw that.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, Quintins. Let's go. Also, then it came out that he's going to get another exploratory knee surgery and going to be out from probably most of this regular season.
They need to do the Joel Embiid with him. Sit him 2 years. Like I said, he still doesn't turn 19 till July 11th. This is a child. He's injured.
Let him grow more.
Yes.
And build muscle around that.
Everyone forgets that Joel Embiid did not play for 2 years after he was drafted 3rd overall.
Was he 19 as well?
Yeah. Yep. Coming out of Kansas.
Let's go. Can you send Sheffrey the link for me, please, and thank you?
I can.
All right. Let's do the Tip Master play of the day. We'll talk about some WNBA bets on the board for you guys this evening in the 3-game slate we have. But let's start with my play of the day on our friends at Tip Master. Just the tip, just for you guys. Could be the game of the night. It's going to be a fun one, Suck. Aces taking on the Dallas Wings. And, we're going to my GOAT this season. She's been awesome. Jessica Shepard, over 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. -115 is the line I got on this earlier today. Did post this on Tipmaster earlier today at -115. It's up to -125 now. So if you follow me on Tipmaster, you got a better price. Scan that QR code to join our guild. It's free to follow us on Tipmaster. You can also follow 3,000 plus tipsters across the entire world. Drop in their plays, get involved with their analysis. If you want to pay for some picks as well, you can pay for some people's picks, but there's a lot of free content on Tipmaster as well as our guild where we're posting plays consistently. But for Jessica Shepard, 2 games against the Aces this season, Suckman, 39 and 52 PRA. She had a triple-double against them earlier this year. She had 15 rebounds, 9 assists in their last game with 15 points, 39 PRA, flirting with yet another triple-double. I just think that she's going to be massive once again tonight. I took her RA in her last game, and she hooked me because I was a bozo, and she scored 20-plus points. I think that she's going to have to be big once again for this Wings team on the road in Las Vegas. It should be a good, fun game, like I mentioned. But like I said, our friends at Tipmaster posted this earlier today at the -115 price. Jessica Shepard, over 29.5 PRA. Scan that QR code. Get involved with our friends at Tipmaster. You can play just the tip all the time. I know. Hey, man, if that doesn't make you want to do it, I don't know what will, chat. Free to follow us. Go get involved with our guild. Another play in that game that I have, I'll stick with this one. I'm going on the other side. Chelsea Gray. She's been awesome. I looked at Asia. I like Asia in this game. I think that she's going to have a big night tonight too, but I'm taking Chelsea Gray for the price. I took her assists line. There you go, Beast. Sprinkle that TD. I think I saw like 25 plus 2,500 or something like that. Chelsea Gray, over 7.5 assists. I got plus 125 earlier today. I'm seeing plus 115s out there right now. So shop around, find the best available price. 4 straight games against the Dallas Wings. She's had 8+ assists. She had 9 in their last game in Dallas, and she has been cooking in the assist department. So set this in 4 straight games, 8, 9, 9, and 9. Obviously, her and Jackie Young kind of go tit for tat on who's like the main ball handler specifically, but they're going to both be A1 point guard when they're out there, and I like Chelsea Gray's chances to get over this 8 line, especially for the plus money price. So, like I said, this will be a good game, really fun. Beckers should have a lot to say here too. Her PRA looks interesting, and as I mentioned, nothing wrong with taking maybe some Asia stock there too. Should be a fun one between two of the teams that are playing better basketball in the WNBA right now. Go away, Fly. Don't want you around here. All right, let's go to the other 2 games, and then we'll play a game. I think Chef is not here yet. Okay. Tempo, taking on the Sparks. There's going to be a sparky tempo. And it's funny that we've got 2 of the fastest teams in the WNBA, 2 of the worst offensive teams in the WNBA, and 2 teams that allow the most points. And so they're called the Tempo and the Sparks. Got to love when that lines up. 180.5 point total for the game in Toronto this evening. Plus 1.5 are the Tempo. The Sparks -1.5. Bad news for the Sparks. Kelsey Plum will be on the shelf for at least 4 weeks with a leg injury. She's going to be out. Well, she was playing awesome ball to start the season, so unfortunate for her that ankle problem has kind of lingered. She'll be out for a little bit, but Sparks have still been good. Ray Burrell has been awesome since she's been inserted into the starting lineup there too. On the Tempo side, it's hard to not want to just take some Marina Mabry stock. She just is going to huck the basketball 25 times, and I talked about it last game. Didn't end up taking it, and it's Matt. So. I got pissed at myself, and I'm not going to take anything on the Tempo. I really like Isabel Harrison over 15 or 14.5 points. She's hit this line in 3 of her last 4 games, 21 points last game against Atlanta, and her shot chart is going up. But I didn't take any stock there. I went on the other side. Both of these teams look, like I said, bottom 3 in every single defensive statistical category. Just run. This is like the Chicago Bulls versus the Miami Heat of the NBA. Earlier in the regular season. Run, and defense optional. So, give me De'Erica Hamby. Austin, ball. Give me the PR over 23. I got 24.5. This line actually did drop to 23.5, so get a better line than I did. Back-to-back games this season against Toronto. 21 points, 9 boards, 19 points, 7 boards. Now, Nneka Ogwumike has been really good for this team. And sometimes she kind of takes over a little bit and it kind of eats into De'Erica Hamby's production. But I think both of these ladies are going to eat tonight down low against this tempo team. And I think that they're both going to score, and I think they're both going to grab some boards. But I went the Hamby route, 23.5. Like I said, you get a better number than I did. You could even take maybe the double-double for a sprinkle if you wanted to, or just her points. 19 and 21 points in back-to-back games against the tempo. Her points line is sitting at 15.5. So it's going to be a fun game, though. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They go. And then late night, tuck us in. Liberty taking on the Seattle Storm. The Storm 8.5-point favorites, 8.5-point dogs at home, taking on the Liberty. 167.5-point total. News came out about this game a little bit earlier today as Brianna Stewart is out of this game. She is on a rest break tonight. And Satu Sabali is also going to be out of this game with a head injury. So mix up in the lineups a little bit in comparison to what we saw earlier today. Only one play from me in this game. No, excuse me. I took two. I got better lines, though, earlier. And again, if you follow me on Tipmaster, you saw that. So go check it out. 9.5 rebounds and assists for Sabrina Ionescu. Now, this is me thinking that she's finally going to play. She hadn't really played starter minutes since her return to the starting lineup after kind of recovering from injury. 29 minutes in her last game. She's kind of flirted with between 25 and 27 minutes. Finally had a productive game on the glass. 10 rebounds, 4 assists against Vegas. And Sook, oh, by the way, Seattle 14th in rebounds allowed, 11th in assists allowed. Terrible. I think that she's going to get on the glass. She's going to have a good game facilitating, good game rebounding. The last game against Seattle last season, different season, different team. She had 9 boards and 6 assists. So without Stewie in the lineup, I think she's going to have to help on the glass even more. I like the rebound straight if you want to go that direction, but I like her facilitating for Ionescu. And then this is probably my favorite play of the entire slate. I really like Shepherd a lot too, but this line is just completely mispriced. And I bet her a bunch already. So this name is probably going to be like, oh yeah, I've heard you say her name before. Almost took the PR once again, but this time, Suck, I took the threes. Give me Leonie Phoebish over 1.5 3-pointers. I got plus 105 earlier today. This was before the Brianna Stewart news, and this is now minus 120. Still like it at the playable minus 120 price. She's hit this in back-to-back games last season against Seattle, 4-2 in both of those games. She's just been hucking, dude. 4, 3, 3, 1, 2, and 2 in her last 6 games. The attempts are modest, 5 and 6, pretty standard across the board. But I love the 2+ threes. I also like her points if you want to go that direction. I think that she should be able to knock down a couple of triples, especially with the volume that we have seen. Nice little ladder spot. If you want to get frisky, 3+ is plus 250. She's hit that in 3 straight games. And oh, by the way, Seattle, not very good to 3-pointers allowed. So I think the Storm, as Austin said, keeps this game relatively close. Natisha Heidemann on the other side was somebody that I looked at. Dominic Malonga, I know you're really high on her, and she's been fantastic. So this is a good spot for her to possibly have another big game. Her PR was very interesting at 24.5. Hit that in 2 of her last 3, double-doubles in 2 of her last 3, and is coming off a 37-point game against the Dallas Wings. So Malonga could have a good one. Heidemann could have a good one, like both of those ladies on the other side, and hopefully they just keep this game close so that the Liberty have a chance to hit the props that I bet on the other side. So, yeah, 3 games in the dub tonight should be fun.
Yeah, crazy, dude. Malonga, another chick that used Unrivaled to kind of grow her skills. The 3-on-3 circuit with Big 3 and Unrivaled getting bigger and bigger. And Angel Reese last year and now Malonga this year. I think players are going to see that that's an avenue to kind of sharpen the blade.
Let's go. Are you going to bet Malonga tonight?
I think I might. I might get involved here.
PR looks nice. 24.5. Feels comfy, especially with no Stewie. Yeah, I'm gonna convince you by the end of the regular season to bet the dub with me. We're gonna get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. All right, we've got about
49 PR,
37 points, dude, in their last game. That was the Battle of the French Ladies. Remember how we talked about that? Oh no, that was no, that was 2 games before that. That was her taking on Paige Beckers and company. So. All right, let's get to our guests. We got 15 minutes until we pass it off to the lads on Off the Bump. We're not going to talk much baseball, but our special guest will. Let's talk with Chef. Hi, Chef Ree. What's going on, Goat?
What's up, Goats?
I love when he's in this. I love when he's in this room. We can hear you.
Showered today.
Yes, your hair looks lovely.
You hear me?
Tell us what's the yes, we got you. You're a little blurry and you're a little laggy, but that's okay. So I just want you to just talk and tell us what you like. What do you like on the baseball slate? I can see you like the Tigers on the money line.
Tigers money line. I like the Cubs over 8.5. And I also really like the Hub is firing today. It's got 3 of the top 20, and we've only had 3 games. So I feel like the top 20 is going to have a good day. Really like Jordan Walker. Really like Ian Happ. I think that Cubs game is going to be a little bit of a slugfest, which is good. Matthew Boyd's just coming off of an injury, and he might get a little diced up. Yeah, V and I are going to put out a little 3-teamer. It's going to be chalky, but I think it's good. Yeah.
V is bitching in the chat right now that you haven't posted it yet. So there you go.
Well, I'm bitching it. Where is he?
He's just being a little. He's in the chat. It's his day off. He's just can't get away.
Sure.
I like this over 8.5 for the Cubs Mets. That feels fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And Cubs bats are firing. You've got the Cubs. I mean, all teams go in waves. Cubs are super, super trendy. When they are bad, they are bad. When they are hot, they are hot. And right now they're hot. So 8.5 can be that.
Love it. Good stuff, brother, man. Chef, Tigers money line, Cubs 8.5. That Tigers game starts at 6:40 Eastern, 5:40 Central. Taking on the Astros. Minus 120-ish price, depending on where you're shopping at home.
Yeah, you've got the Tigers at home against soft Imai. I think how you pronounce his name, Imai. And you've got some really good matchups for the Tigers for against him. And truthfully, I was looking at this and I really wanted to take somebody. There's literally like 5 guys that are interesting to me. So it's like, rather than just do that, I'm looking at the pitching matchup. I'm looking at the Tigers at home, and I'm taking the Tigers on the money line.
Bang.
So
I love when you come in with conviction. You're usually a big prop guy, and I know you gave us some props too. But the first 2 plays out of your mouth was a money line and a total. Love to see it.
I'm trying this new. Can you believe we've been doing this for like 5 years? Isn't that crazy?
Time flies when you're having fun, baby.
Yeah. I've started trending towards money lines because it really, as if you can really focus on that and focus on overs or unders and things like that, it helps the props a lot. And I've known this for years, but I've really focused in on, that's like my number one thing, is focusing on money lines, over unders, and then really, because I've got to read for every single game today, and then you focus on where your props are at and things like that. So
I mean, it's a good strategy, chat, for you guys to consider your, handicapping as you're learning and just, dissecting what you're seeing. If you like a game to go over, that means there's probably some people that are going to be doing some business in those games. It's just part of it. And that's how you add it in, and you look at those lines to help your player prop capping, or to, if you like a bunch of players in one game, you can, as you said, go to the team total, or go to the total for the game, or go to a team total. So it all factors in.
It helps a lot. Yeah,
it does. And then, shit ain't hitting still. GG's. It doesn't matter. You do all that, and then it just don't hit at all. It doesn't matter.
Dude, that's what I mean. Honestly, that's last summer. I know I told you guys this before. Last summer was like not fun, right? Like it was just like, I don't know. We couldn't get a hold of anything, and like it was just kind of like the wild, wild west. And I was like, I'm gonna obviously create the hub to, 1, make home runs fun, and it's going great. And 2, it's like I'm actually really enjoying the summer a lot more than I did last summer. So, and hopefully everybody else is too. But if you're not, if it's not fun, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Well, you know what the good thing is, Chef, is you always have fun when you hang out with us. But you made the hub, and actually you've been hitting some, some bangers in there. So that's been fun. Go check out Chef's Hub as always. And we appreciate you We appreciate you spending a few minutes with us on this beautiful Thursday. We'll catch you back on.
Doesn't USA play tonight?
They do. I actually have a play in this game.
What's the play?
I'll get to it right now. There is some World Cup action. Shags came in at the beginning of the show, who is already a couple beers deep as he's going to the Netherlands game, taking on Tunisia.
Oh, dude. Nice.
Yeah. Over 2.5, Chef. He is the parlay piece. That will be in our parlay today. He did take the over 3.5 for the Netherlands, the over 4.5, if you want to get spicy, for their team total. But for the USA game, USA taking on Turkey. I don't know why people keep saying Turkey. I understand what it is, but it's fucking Turkey. Gobble, gobble. US have clinched the group. They will win the group regardless of the result of this game. Turkey is also eliminated. So there's nothing really to play for either one of these teams, more just pride and, wanting to play well in the World Cup in the last group round game. It has not been officially ruled. Kristen Pujic is supposed to be playing in this game, but all the players with yellow cards will not start for the United States. So we will probably not see the likes of Balogun. I can't remember the other big starter who doesn't have or has a yellow card as well, but those guys will be out of this game to start at least. Minus 125 is the USA. I mean, if you want to take the USA on the money line for the vibes, sure, why not? I mean, Turkey doesn't have anything to play for, neither does the U.S., so this is just going to have some probably friendly vibes, to be honest. Is it Dest? Stifler? Okay. I went with a little bit of a shot in the dark here. Now, this is more of the fact of I like to, in these situations, I like to look at guys who were originally big-time players for teams in the past, and then have either lost their spot in the starting lineup or are getting an opportunity to do that. You could think Gio Reyna. I like that. But I went with a little bit of a deeper pull, and I took Timothy Weah for his TSOA to score or assist, plus 155. He hasn't been a starter. He's only played limited minutes, but he's played a lot of minutes for the United States in the past in the World Cup. And I think that he's probably going to take advantage of this opportunity to get starter minutes in this game. So I think the United States should probably win still. I like Weah, plus 155 for the TSOA price. If you want to take maybe his goal for the vibes, you can. I do like the Reyna pull. I think that that's a good one as well. Berhalter should also start. Aronson is also another guy. He'll be playing at that top of the diamond attacking center mid position behind Pepe. I think Aronson could have a good night too. So we'll see what we see from the lineups for the United States tonight. Obviously, we won't know from that what Pochettino is going to be doing until later, as this game's at 9:00. But the only bet from me, put a half unit on it. Timothy Weah to score or assist, plus 155.
Love that. I think we see a goal fest here. I mean, it's pretty pricey for 2.5, which
the over.
Yeah, but I think we, like you just said, Turkey's out. USA's already solidified their spot. Kind of same vibes with Ecuador, Germany. Like they're just gonna go out there, see what they can do, and shoot.
The cool thing about these games is, and B kind of mentioned this yesterday when PJ asked the question of these third group games for a lot of teams that have nothing to play for feel sort of like week 18 in the NFL regular season. It's like there are teams that don't have anything to play for further down the depth chart. Guys you maybe been sneakily betting on are finally getting 20 to 25 carries, et cetera. But we don't really know a lot of these guys who are going to play. So you're getting a chance to see some of these guys that are, not playing as much. And what are they going to do with those minutes? We'll find out. Over 2.5, though, does look like a nice parlay piece, minus 170 in this game for the U.S. And again, if you just want to be a patriotic American, sure, take the U.S. on the money line. Why not? All right. Well, we love you. We shall leave you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for the vibes. We're going to put Cubs over 8.5 in here. Is that cool?
Let's go.
Yeah. I know you have Tigers money line as your banner, but that game starts in 40 minutes. So.
Yeah. Cubbies, they were plus money earlier and it shifted to minus 108. Truthfully, I just don't trust Boyd right now. It's just too shaky. As much as I want to back the Cubs and how hot they've been, I'd rather just take the over 8.5 and just expect fireworks from both teams.
Call it a day. All right. Over 8.5 Cubs Mets. That's going in the lay. We appreciate you, big dog. Go check out Chef's Hub. And as always, we love you. Have a great Thursday.
Love you, boys.
See you,
buddy. Bye, Chef.
See you, buddy. All righty. So let's build the parlay, and then we got 5 minutes to play this game. So let's make it fast. So Cubs, Mets over 8.5. Netherlands team total from Shags over 2.5.
Okay.
I want to take Jessica Shepard's PRA, or we can just take the assists. It's a little juicy, but
let's take the PRA.
Okay. Sheppy. Okay. And then last leg, do we want to take the United States and Turkey over 2.5, or do we want to do something else in the dub?
We could do Hamby, or we can do the total.
Man, Dearica just I want to bet her by myself.
Okay. Let's do the total then.
Boys down below, you guys have been following the U.S. a lot more than we have. Do you guys like this over 2.5 for the Turkey USA game? Biz and Beast? Yes?
Reluctant head shake from Alex. And
yes,
now
for
Jackson
Biz.
is nodding too.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you down for it?
Sure. USA. USA. USA.
How much did you want to puke when you did that?
Oh, my balls are in my stomach.
Okay. Over 2.5 goals. Shepard 30+ PRA. The over 8.5 in the Cubs Mets game, and then the Netherlands over 2.5 for the team total from Shaggles. I just realized that we didn't get Betsky. I don't know where Betsky is.
It's the draft. He's probably knee deep looking at draft stocks and all.
He's on the ice. He's on the ice. All right, we got a couple minutes until that's plus 700. That'll be the best espresso 4. We're just gonna see one go through the hoop suck.
Yeah.
There's some juicy legs in here, but that's okay. We like juicy legs. All right now. Plus 700. Hey, it was leg day at the gym today, big man. I did some calves and some thighs. All right. Plus 700. Lock it in. Ride with us if you would like to for the best espresso 4. All right, let's close it out. Let's play a game. Oh, put your feet down.
Why is he showing us his feet?
He's got shoes on too. If you're gonna show us your feet, I want to see them doggies. I want to see them pups. I don't want to see them big old shoes. Yeah, in the house. Okay. What are you, American? Sheesh.
We got 3 minutes. Enough time to play this game?
Yeah, let's cook. It'll be fast. These guys will understand. It's a fun game. Build a player. We're going to build a quarterback, and then we're going to see how he does in the season. All right, you ready? Nice and easy.
So, do I go to light or classic?
Zoom in a little bit. Go to classic. Why does it make it so small? Hang on. We might just have to full screen this bad boy because I can't see a damn thing.
Oh, just full screen it.
Oh, there they are. Look at those pups. Get out of here. Okay, there we go. You guys just get to hear us. Well, actually, I can do it like this. There you go.
Like full. Oh, there you go.
There we go. All right. So spin it, suck. You guys, if you haven't seen this game, this is what we're going to. Do. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
We only get 2 re-racks, so we got to be careful here. Mariota and Washington Commanders. I think we got a re-rack here.
Yeah.
You want to help us, Jackson? Get up here. What is Mariota's legs? What is the legs?
B.
I
feel like we could do the legs.
Played a lot of this last night. B's are not bad.
B's are okay. And I don't want to re-rack and get like the 4th stringer because that will fuck you too. So let's go legs for Mariota.
Legs for Mariota.
Mariota. My guy. Come on. Carl. Jesus Christ.
Jeez, brother.
Oh.
Build? Is that say B?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got maybe that.
I've build is really important from what I've gathered. So I think you almost just take the loss in like leadership or something like that.
Ooh. Or do we respin here?
We have 2, right? Still?
Yeah.
So the problem is with it only respins the player, not the team. So we'd have to, we're gonna get Kyler, fucking JJ McCarthy. I think we just stick with. I think we, like you said, just eat it and go with. I think we take the B on build. I feel like we'll be okay there.
Go for it.
Sure.
All right. He's a big guy.
Horrible quarterback.
He's a big guy. 6'4", 235. Come on, that's a good quarterback.
So
Baker. We got to go arm, I think, or leadership.
Leadership.
I think you go leadership.
Yeah.
I think we go leadership.
Leadership.
Yeah.
All right, let's go leadership. Fine.
Man, offensive lines die for this man.
Dak.
Joe Milton.
God.
Okay. For the record, Joe Milton has, I think, A+ for his arm.
Ooh.
Okay, should we this time we spin?
Or we get Dak.
We have 2 respins, don't we? Still?
Yeah,
or we'll
yeah.
just respin it. Yeah. Come on. Accuracy or processing? What is that? A+ for processing?
Yeah.
Who made this fucking scale? All right, A+, fine. Processing for Dak. Okay.
Niners.
Brock, come on.
Vision.
A-.
Yeah.
What's the playmaking creativity? A-? That's pretty good too. But I think vision's
Pocket
more
presence,
important, right?
too. Yeah, let's go vision.
Yeah.
Okay. This is actually looking all right now. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Oh, dear God. Oh. I don't think we should respin because Gino's going to suck ass too.
Yeah.
So
I think you just your C- there.
What are we looking at? Accuracy, touch, arm, playmaking, creativity. What's the one beneath that, Suck?
Pocket presence, C-.
Yikes.
Do we do our last spin? There's nobody to pick from.
No, because it's again, we get Gino or fucking
take your L on the playmaking.
I feel like that's a good
playmaking.
one. Yeah. Creativity.
Not a
85
creative
still
quarterback.
decent. Oh, Jaden McDaniels. Oh, Mariota
What?
again?
That's not even fair.
I think we got to re-rack it. Re-rack it.
Did Jaden Daniels.
Come on, Jaden Daniels. Come on, Jaden. You
Oh
son of
my
a fucking
God.
bitch.
Oh, that's a bad one.
I've never even heard of this guy.
Yeah, what in the Greek is this?
That's not the Greek freak we wanted.
He went to, I think, Rutgers /
Good
Minnesota.
God.
Pocket presence?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess. Oh, 82. Fucking hell.
Chuck?
Saints?
Chuck.
And, oh my God.
Arm B.
Take accuracy, I think.
What is that? A B?
Yeah, and then hopefully we get someone that can
Hopefully we
really
get like
swing it.
Herbert or Allen or someone like that.
Burrow's good.
Oh.
Yeah. We don't have
this.
I mean, we don't have
is a fan favorite.
We don't have a choice, so B- is all right for Winston.
80.
80. All right, now click simulate season, and then we can see how we do, and then we'll pass it off. Right after us, guys from Off the Bump are going to take you onto the diamond and give you the plays on the diamond this evening. See how we do on the Bills. Not better than Josh Allen.
Come on.
Simulate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh, we're going to the playoffs. All right, we're going to
that.
the offs. We're going to the offs. See how we do in the playoffs.
3,600 yards, not bad.
28
45.
and 5. That's not bad.
45 sacks.
That's that pocket presence for you. Yeesh. All right, enter playoffs. See how we do.
Oh, sorry. Enter the playoffs.
Oh, getting clapped by the Chargers. Oh, Justin Herbert, typical Chargers postseason form.
Madison Beer's in the stands. He's failing in front
It
of
ain't
her.
helping.
Don't blow
It ain't.
it.
Let's
And
go.
we win.
Come on. One in Los Angeles. Taking on the come on. We got to beat the Steelers.
We just have to score 10 points and we're good.
Yes. Come on. Yes. Yeah.
Come on.
Go.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Oh, we
Josh Allen is the problem, boys.
It was always us.
Don't the Bills always get here?
Come
versus
on.
the Chiefs?
Oh my God.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God.
Let's
Against
take
the
down
Chiefs.
Patty. Oh shit. Oh. Barn.
And we're cooked.
Oh,
wait. What?
Yo!
Yeah! Oh my
Late
God.
comeback.
on.
We go
We're
to
in
the
the
Super Bowl.
Come on.
Versus
Against the Vikings? Kyler Murray? No way. Oh no. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
No.
Oh, we
my
blew our
God.
load in the AFC Championship game. God. Oh.
That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was electric. I did not expect us to get to the Super Bowl.
We are playing that again.
Sheesh. Isn't that fun?
That was fun. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a fun game. Go check it out. Buildaplayer.com. We'll play it again on the show. We'll probably play it tomorrow with Sauce Man because I feel like Sauce wants to play now. All right, let's pass it off to the guys from Off the Bump. Jackson, thanks for being here. Biz, you want to press the buttons? No? Are you joking? don't know if he's kidding or not. He's still worried about his feet. Did you put your shoes back on? I don't know. Betspresso 4. I'll read it off to you guys one more time, and then we'll pass it to these guys on the diamond. Plus 700. Netherlands over 2.5 team total goals. Over 8.5 for the Cubs and the Mets. Jessica Shepard over 29.5 PRA, and then over 2.5 goals in the U.S. and the Turkey game. Gobble gobble. Suckman, been a pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be live for you guys tomorrow for All Sauce Team with Suck and myself and V. But like I said, don't go anywhere right here on the Betting News Network. Another hour for all you MLB heads out there. Get off the bump and let's talk some baseball. Appreciate you guys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. I think you can hear me. I think you can see. But why did this happen? This happened last week too, Biz. What the hell's going on? What? You know what? I was going to take on Biz. Bring yourself up. I was going to take on.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
I was going to take blame for this last week, but this is now 2 consecutive weeks, and I want to know what happened. Is this on me? Is this you?
Yeah. No, that's you. That's you.
Am I frozen again? No, this isn't too bad.
A little bit.
Not too frozen. Not lagging too much. I think this is on you.
Not too much. Nope, that's on you.
No. I'm gonna point the finger, one of them anyway, directly at you. All right, Biz.
Look, we can point fingers all
you want. We'll point fingers all you want.
That was on you.
All right, we'll bring you back in a little bit. Get out of here. Luch, Justin Carlucci is here. It was PJ Glasser last week. We got Luch here this week. It's off the bump. Kaufman back with you only an hour after no plays off. Luch, how we doing, bud?
What's going on? Good to be here. Boostin' Luch has a pretty good ring to it. I'm not going to lie. It sounds pretty marketable. So
yeah, you see? Create a t-shirt, put it on a hat. Definitely merchandise. No doubt about bumper sticker. Do people still put stickers on their cars?
Man, I don't understand the bumper sticker people. I mean, like maybe one, if it's something you're passionate about or, an animal. I don't know. Are you a fan of like the people stick figure things that
No, I don't need to know how many people are in your family.
So cringy, yeah.
I don't care.
No,
I'm happy you're happy, but it's your family. You don't need here's the dad, here's the mom, here's the 3 little kids and the dog. No, like I don't know. It's like it's as bad as like baby on board. Like, is that really going to make someone behind you drive safer?
I don't know. And for some reason, they're always minivans or like Priuses. I don't know. And then you have the Jeep people with the ducks on the windshield, which again, there's some connection there. But when you have like 20 of them, it just gets a little weird. So I'm more of a default guy. Like if you got a car, just show it off. We don't need to see the stickers or the ducks.
Yeah, it diminishes it a little bit. Like I can't think of what kind of sticker would, in my mind, elevate the appearance of a car.
I don't know.
Like I don't think it exists. I don't think it. Like, how's my driving? No, that doesn't do it. That's not right. Some random phone number. I mean, the only thing I ever put on my car, and this goes back to college, was the university window sticker, right? That you put like in your rear mirror. That was it. And I don't even think people do. Do people even do that anymore? I don't really drive around and see people with, that's still a thing.
Yeah, it's in my windshield actually, because they got cameras. My windshield, because they got cameras. They look at the number on your sticker, and then they decide if they can let you into the parking lot, or I guess it would be parking garage or not. Otherwise, they just take your plate, and if you don't have a pass, then you're screwed, and you get ticketed. Been there a couple times.
All right. Well, V loves stickers. V's in the chat. Says stickers are not for cars.
No, they're not.
Well, I do want to tell people, obviously this is a baseball show, and primarily we will do baseball, but I do want to mention that the first round of soccer matches for the day, of course, the sets of 2 over the course of, several hours are done. And, I did see a lot of people on Ecuador today, so I wouldn't say it's a shock that Ecuador won. It was 1-1 forever, and Ecuador pulled out the 2-1 win over Germany. I did see some people on the Germany side, saw plenty of people on the draw. Really the most popular thing that I saw, and this hit 14 minutes into the game, whatever it was both teams to score. So independent of the outcome, if you played the over 2.5 or you played the both teams to score, good on you, you got home. Little bit maybe of an upset in the Ivory Coast Curacao game, not in the outcome. Ivory Coast obviously was widely expected to win and did so 2-0, but there were a lot of people that thought cover the 2.5, score 3+ goals over 2.5 for, Ivory Coast by itself. Even if you were, and I know in our BNN chat there was some, conflicting opinions on this, even if you did believe this is going to go under the 3.5 for the game, there were a lot of people that believed in over 2.5 specifically for Ivory Coast. So 2-0 with this thing ending, probably a little disappointing for some people out there, unless you took in alt, cover 1.5 spread, threw that in a parlay at -215, whatever the number. But coming up, we have Netherlands and Tunisia. We also have Japan and Sweden. Those two matches coming up in about 50 minutes or so. We can let you know if we have any plays for that before we get out of here. But Luch, we'll talk about a lot of things over the course of this show. Update people on the system. It was a good day for the system yesterday. We'll see what today's brings. One of the short slate, obviously it being a Thursday, and that means short for the system as well, because a lot of the system plays that would have been in action today, those teams aren't playing. So those carry over to tomorrow. We'll see what those look like. But there are a couple, including one, which is the San Francisco Giants on the money line, right around -130 when I played it last night. And at the moment, bottom 8 up 6-5 against the Athletics. So we are trying to get that one home. Hopefully we do. A little bit of a back and forth affair, Oakland or Sacramento or Vegas, however you want to refer to the A's, up for a little while, but the Giants got hot mid-game, took, I think it was a 6-3 lead at the time, and the A's have been battling back, just chipping away a little bit. Need 3 more outs, a little insurance here in the bottom of the 8th wouldn't be terrible for the Giants. But a couple of games earlier, I don't know if you were invested in either of these. The Rays hammered the Royals 13-2, balanced scoring largely throughout, 2-0 out of the chute, added 5 in the 8th. This thing was truly ugly. Homers galore, especially Junior Caminero. He hit 3 to give him 19 on the year. Drove in 6 runs in this one, continuing an all-star caliber season, obviously. We saw Mesa Jr. hit a home run as well. It was, largely him and Caminero. I did not have an investment in this. The public, because I always pay attention to the splits and that sort of thing. I don't necessarily let it impact me, but I pay attention. The public was all over Tampa. The Rays were very, very much a public play today. And I didn't love it, largely because even though it was an opener situation for Tampa, I thought that Lugo would be better. And Lugo generally has been this year. He got lit up for 7 runs in 5 innings today. And Seymour out of the pen, even though, starter quality, obviously, 6 2/3, 7 strikeouts, didn't allow a run in his 90 pitches. The whole opener thing is fucking stupid. I don't know why he doesn't just start the game if he's capable of doing that, but that's neither here nor there. Improves to 4-1. Again, the Rays, who are clearly the better team, 11 games superior to KC in the win column, picking up this lopsided victory. Did you have any part in this one?
No, but Caminero, just a stud, and as a Yankees fan, Tampa is just a thorn in the side.
Sure.
To everybody in the AL East. But Father Time is undefeated. It's catching up to Seth Lugo. His ERA is now jacked up from 3.69 to over 4 just from the start. It's looking like his expected ERA is up to 5.2, which is almost identical to what his full season xERA was last year, and everything was just below league average last year. Just brutal. I mean, wasn't that long ago, 2+ years, where he was a well-capable starter, a guy who just seemed to survive and did an okay job of keeping the ball on the ground and things like that, and he could just eat innings. I think maybe we've seen the last of that, perhaps. So, tough year for Kansas City. I was on the show with Nate yesterday a little bit, and they got some bad Cole Reagans news, and I am such a Cole Reagans fan. He was a printing press 2 years ago, and books just would not bring up his Ks to 7.5, and every start it was 6.5. And the injury bug, and you hate to see it. I love a good lefty starter, and he's nasty when he's right. And between him and Noah Cameron had a brutal start a couple months to the year, just wasn't missing bats. He's been better now. And Lugo just, I guess this, maybe not to this extent, but I think this is kind of who he is. His advanced metrics, under the hood stuff is kind of pointing towards a, teeter-tottering that line of a fifth starter kind of deal. But, we shall see. And I'm sure they're going to sell at the deadline, this year, 14 games under 500 now, just got absolutely shellacked. But yeah, no, not invested. Golf clap for the public. Love when we win money. And, the books take enough of it from everybody. So it's cool to be on the right side of an ass kicking for once, I suppose.
Only other game earlier. And look, I'm my own worst enemy because when I see Boos, as people like to talk about, Luch Man, Boos Man here with V in the chat. When I see Boos, I am a slave to the Boos. I am a slut for Boos. I played the Boos. It forces me to play, to make, to place bets that I wouldn't otherwise. Like I'm not out there in the parlay streets all the time. As I have matured a little bit as a bettor, I have gotten more responsible. And I parlay every day, but usually again, it is, it's boost driven. It's, that is the influence. And so when I'm on DraftKings and they're giving me boosts every single day in the MLB streets, what am I going to do? Leave them there? No. And so I put together a 3-teamer today. 2 of those legs have yet to get underway. One will a little bit later on. We'll talk about that. But the parlay is already dead because my first leg was the Seattle Mariners. Now, the Mariners were not a heavy public play today, and paying attention to a lot of people as I do in the space, checking, on various apps, websites, whatever, people I trust where they're invested. Nobody was talking about Seattle, nor Pittsburgh on the other side. This was a game that largely people were just ignoring. So I did this to myself. But as someone who is definitely a big part of my handicapping is starting pitching, I looked at this game. I looked at Bryce Miller, who has been exceptional this year. Seattle's very good. Not amazing, but very good. I know mediocre in the standings department, but generally speaking, I view them as better than a 500 team. And Pittsburgh, I think, is still playing a little bit above its head, and I just don't think all that much of Bubba Chandler. So I thought, okay, this is a good spot. Do I want to do Seattle first 5? Do I just want to do full game? I'll do full game. Didn't matter. Either one would have been bad. 5-1, Pittsburgh wins this game. Miller gives up 3 runs. He did strike out 11. I saw a lot of people on the under 5.5 Ks for him. He blew that thing out of the water. 11 strikeouts for Miller. It's not that he pitched badly. The 3 runs that he allowed came on a pair of homers to Lau and to Davis. So, 2 bad pitches, if you will, led to the demise. Although, honestly, tack on the bullpen, and it was more than that because, again, Seattle's offense only mustered the 1 run. But to dig deeper into that, because I'm following this game as it's going, I'm getting some other stuff done. I'm not watching it, but I got the box score up. And it felt like, and I'm exaggerating, but it felt like every inning from like the 6th, 7th on, they're loading the bases and getting nothing home. They left. You know how many base runners that Pittsburgh left on base today? If you had to guess.
I don't know, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me either way.
4. That's it. Seattle left 11 men on base. Brutal. 11 men on base and scored 1 run. With runners in scoring position, the Mariners today went 1 for 10. They couldn't do anything. Every opportunity, because those last couple of runs came in the 8th inning. I was very live for a long time. It's a 3-0 game. Then they get runners on. They make it 3-run. Load the bases and I think it was either the 6th or 7th. They get nothing home. They do it again the next inning. They get nothing home. Like, are you kidding me? This thing was there for the taking. And so again, parlay dead. I really just felt like Seattle was the right side, and I'll probably end up doubling down, honestly, on the other plays that I liked even more that haven't started yet, which again, I'll talk about as we go on. But was this a game that was on your radar, or did you ignore it like many of the professional handicappers out there?
No, I ignored it, but I think, that terrible saying, right read, wrong result. That sucks so much. I think that fits the bill. Baseball Savant had the Mariners with a 256 expected batting average and Pittsburgh with a 216 expected batting average. So brutal. And Bryce Miller's been awesome. I agree about the Mariners take. I mean, they feel like they should have a couple more wins than they do. Decent odds on them still. Maybe they make a nice move at the deadline, but they have those lefty mashers that we talk about on these shows, like Dominic Canzone, who came through for us a couple times over the last couple of weeks. And Luke Raley, they are able to platoon their asses off against righties typically. So no, I if I was forced to pick a side in this game, I would have been dead in the waters with you on Seattle. I did have a tiny nerfy bet on the Giants A's. So that was a nice little win. And I don't bet a lot of nerfy stuff. I write about it a couple times a week, and that's when I put my bets in. I think it's fun and quick. Obviously, it's very tilting, but Landon Raup is a guy who's been considerably unlucky this year. So we will see. I don't know. I didn't follow that game too much closely after the first inning. I don't know when the damage was done. Oh, he pitched well. It was the bullpen. Damn. So we'll see. Landon Raup might be a second half riser, and maybe in 4+ days from now, when the Giants are when he's on the bump again for the Giants, he might be someone worth targeting again. So
that is 6-5 right now, top 9, 2 outs, 1 away from cashing this ticket, hopefully. But the A's do have a man at second, so we'll see. Let's try and avoid hit of any kind, obviously. So let's get clean. Let's get out of here. Let's get some money back off the parlay loss. Now, there are 2 games that are cut. There are actually, for a Thursday slate, it's not bad. We got another handful of games. There are 2 of those that are getting started here later on this hour. So the Tigers are playing host to the Astros. This is a just to dig into, what we have here in terms of some of the stats. So you have got on the mound now. Detroit obviously is not a great team, as we well know, but you have Melton, who's 4-0 with a 2.5 ERA. And Imai, if I'm saying that correctly, the Japanese pitcher for Houston, who's 4-3 with an ERA up over 6. Now, I was between this game and Seattle when I was building out my parlay. And I did see a lot of the public and some sharps as well on Detroit in this one. I think largely, again, because of the pitching matchup. You got a starter on one side with a 2.5 ERA and one on the other with an ERA north of 6. So I could support Detroit full money line. I could support Detroit, first 5 money line. And you're getting a very reasonable price on it as well. I'll pull up, let's see, just for the sake of shopping it around for a quick moment. I will tell you that best price, come on, best price you can get Detroit, ballpark minus 118. I think it's a very reasonable price in a situation where, again, the home team has the superior pitcher. Again, I don't know where, if anywhere, in terms of sides that you are invested throughout this slate, and by all means, over the course of the next half hour or so, throughout whatever you got in pocket or favorite plays that you're still thinking about, I would absolutely lean Detroit on this one. If I were building out a new parlay or just looking to bet some straights, not my favorite play. Again, I'll get to my favorite plays, but I would say Detroit money line would probably check in third on my board. How do you feel about this game?
Man, my bad. Now the mute button is crushing me too.
All good.
I'm new, so I can't blame Alex just blindly yet.
You can. No, you can.
I'll own up to my fault.
He's reading a book. He's reading War and Peace back there. He's not paying attention.
Yeah, I don't know. I do have some games I like later. We'll talk about them. And this Troy Melton just kind of scares me for a guy that doesn't really miss any bats. And obviously, Houston is a team historically who doesn't strike out a ton. So This game really wasn't on my radar. But Imai, if that's the pronunciation we're going with, then I should probably know this by now. I
can look it up so we don't have to guess.
He was quite the roller coaster ride, man, like since the beginning of the season, and he's kind of, righted the ship a little bit here. So I don't have a dog in this race, but I do have some takes on the other 6:45 game we have coming up.
Tatsuya Imai is what Baseball Reference is telling me.
Knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, cool. So there you go. right.
But
So,
no,
yeah,
I like pitchers that miss bats. He has a pretty low BABIP, and it just kind of scares the shit out of me a little bit here. Although, he's been doing a nice job of keeping the ball on the ground, but it's just not something I'm sold on. So I'm gonna sit this one out.
All right. Well, you mentioned there's another game coming up in about 20 minutes, and I have said multiple times that I have other favorite plays on the board. This one is my favorite play on the board, and that is the Philadelphia Phillies on the road in Washington. Sanchez against Cavalli. I know Christopher Sanchez has not been as good of late, but he's still excellent. 9-3, certainly not going to get snubbed for an all-star appearance this year. Sub-2 ERA, 1.8 versus Cavalli, 4-4 with an ERA up over 4 on the other side. And also just, again, the records are not wildly different, only separated in the NL East by a few games. But to me, one clearly superior team, lineup, pitching staff, all of it in this particular matchup versus the other, Philadelphia versus Washington. And I just don't think home crowd advantage, home field advantage means all that much in baseball, and largely, honestly, doesn't mean as much in professional sports as it once did. So Phillies were in my parlay. If I build out another parlay or just opt to play it straight, the Phillies will be involved in that as well. And you can get Philadelphia. It's juicy, which again is why it was a parlay piece for me. Minus 178 looks to be the best price that I see. First 5, you're paying even more because of the matchup. But first 5, full, give me all the Philly. I like the Phillies a lot tonight.
Yeah, this is tough because I actually.
And A's just took a lead, by the way. Of course they did. 7-6.
Brutal. Man. 13 runs at Oracle. I know it's not a night game, but what the hell?
This is why, and I don't do it, but this is why I always think about hedging in these spots going into the 9th inning. Up by 1, you're on the right side, 3 outs, finish it off. You're getting a good number on the other side. I talk about it all the time. I think about it all the time. I never do it, and this is why I should.
The splits for the A's, unsurprisingly, were a night and day, which isn't the split, haha. But away from Sutter Health Park, they ranked 25th or 26th in WRC plus against righties, and at home at Sutter Health, they were 3rd. So to no surprise, the ballpark's a huge boost, and it's been hot in California, in Sacramento, in Cali, more than across most of the country by now. But so for them to come into Oracle, I know it plays more towards the pitching at night, but still, that's not a phenomenal park for hitting, but that's just brutal. So many runs, and hopefully there's some late inning magic for you.
Got it last night. Could use more of it. That's for sure.
Christopher Sanchez is awesome, and I just think there's a little value on the Nationals money line, and it hurts to say it. It's gross. It's disgusting to say it out loud. But Cavalli, he had some really nice starts this year, up and down, still young, still figuring it out. Again, a guy that doesn't miss a ton of bats, but we've seen the upside. But the last 30 days when he's been really struggling, it's been the righties that have been giving him issues. And I understand the lefties on the Phillies are, tier 1, tier 2 lefties. Schwarber's unbelievable. Harper's really come around. Brandon Marsh is having an all-star campaign too. So
9-6. It's now 9-6.
Oh, God.
I don't think we're getting the late inning magic. We're getting the late inning implosion. Sorry, go ahead.
Brutal. No, that's brutal. Phillies don't really have any right-handed bats, and that really scratched the itch. I mean, of course you have Trey Turner at the top, but he's not a power threat whatsoever. And Alec Boehm has been miserable against righties from a power perspective this year again. JT Realmuto, 168 ISO. Just really not much going on, and it feels really disgusting because Sanchez is a stud, and arguably the Cy Young. I'm sure someone in Milwaukee will have something to say about that. That's why I said arguably, but I do think at plus 150, plus 154, you could do worse than a money line pick in this matchup at home for Washington. So it's not my favorite play, but I'm interested at that number for sure.
Phillies won 2 straight. Nats 2 losses in a row. Washington is 7 games under 500 at home, by the way. Philadelphia is a few games over when playing on the road. So brings us to Rangers and Blue Jays. Rangers have dropped their last two. Blue Jays, same story. Team that's, these guys, they're both floundering away and hoping for wild card playoff opportunities. Start of a 4-game set as well in this matchup. So it's Mackenzie Gore, Kevin Gausman. Same guy. They're both, 4-5, 4-6, ERA right around 4, WHIP right around 1-2, innings pitched right around 85, similar hits, Ks, home run balls allowed. Gore's control is worse, almost double the walks. But generally speaking, they've been the same guy this year. In terms of the odds on this one, you are looking at Blue Jays bigger favorites than I think they should be, quite frankly. Minus 140-ish. So you're getting right around plus 120 on the Rangers. I'm not invested in this game. I do not plan to be invested in this game. But to your point before, talking about Washington, when it comes to value, I think all the value here is on Gore and the Rangers.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. Gore is just not striking out lefties. He won't have to worry about that. Toronto, year after year, has like 8 or 9 righties they're just going to throw at you every single game. Kevin Gausman, you have that one player who you just never get right. For me, it's Gausman. It's Kevin Gausman probably spearheads that list of guys I never get right. So I don't know. I don't want to agree with you because then I'll probably be wrong. So, but it is a really big number for two guys who are kind of pitching on the same wavelength, and the Rangers that they're fairly healthy. I think I'm with you on that number as well. Again, don't love it, but at that number, only a few games left on tonight's slate. I think it's reasonable in terms of value.
We've only got 2 system plays today, and I hate that the Giants, who were tracking so well, are looking like they're going to be a loser after allowing 6 unanswered over the final few innings there. The other one is the Cubs. The Cubs, who swept a doubleheader, with the Mets yesterday. They are starting to get things right again. As we know, the Cubs have been an incredibly Jekyll and Hyde team all season long. Matthew Boyd's on the mound, who has not pitched a ton. When he has, it hasn't gone great. His ERA is 6. Freddie Peralta, 5-6, ERA just below 5 on the other side. Again, Boyd still dusting it off. He's only at about 25 innings so far this year. So I don't read a lot into the ERA. I do think even if the system did not dictate my investment in this game, I would still be looking at the Cubs, especially, quite frankly, when you sweep a doubleheader yesterday. Generally speaking, you take game 1, you're going to lose game 2. That's just the way it usually works. So to sweep just sort of further supports for me a little bit that what they're doing right now is more on the real side, if you will. 7 of 10 they've won, 3 straight now, 7 games back in the Central. On the other side, you've got the Mets, who still are sitting well in the cellar of the NL East. They've lost 5 straight. This team is reeling. Peralta's not who he's been in the past. So, again, I'm already in on the Cubs, which you can get at right around minus 110 at most places. There's even a rogue minus 102 out there. So you can get the Cubs at nearly even money. The Mets narrow favorites in most spots other than that one book. Well, actually, even on that one book, they're minus 118 there. You can get, it's kind of funny. You can get the Cubs at one place at minus 102, the Mets at another shop at minus 106. Similar odds, different sides. So this one, pick 'em written all over it. I like the Cubs here. What about you?
Yeah, I think so. And, Peralta's been put on blast lately because of his most recent horrific outing. But you're right. I mean, even the under the hood stuff, he's profiling as just an average pitcher, but the stuff just isn't there. Last year he had, he threw 4 pitches at least 9% of the time last year. 3 of those pitches had a put away rate of 20% or higher, according to Baseball Savant. This year he's throwing 4 pitches at least 7-ish% of the time, and only 1 pitch has a put away rate over 20%. And also his fastball velocity is down too. So it's not usually baseball we see someone get the bag and then suck. It's usually another sport.
Yeah.
But he's been brutal. And ironically, like David Peterson didn't have to go very far. Switching dugouts tonight after the trade the Mets and the Cubs made. Obviously, Peterson just slightly going on a tangent here. Peterson has not been great from a macro view today, but with the CVS receipt of shit the Cubs have dealt with regarding their pitching staff this year, including my guy Cade Horton, who I'm just so high on. And Boyd has been a multi-IL stint guy this year.
Yeah.
Tough luck for the Cubs. I think it's a super low-risk move, bringing in a veteran, Peterson, big ground ball guy. If you get him on the right Wrigley day when the wind's blowing in, he could really be a nice asset and at least provide just some stability. But I'm with you. I'm not sure if I'm going to wager on this game, but I don't really have a reason to back the Mets in this one either. And when Boyd's been healthy, he's been great. It's just been health. So I'm with you.
2 games left. So I told you Philly is my favorite play. Next on that list for me would be the Yankees against my beloved Red Sox.
We're in agreement finally. Let's go.
Yankees are obviously the, class of the American League, one of the best teams in baseball. The Red Sox, very much one of the worst teams in baseball, entirely unreliable. Screwed me yesterday, by the way, in Colorado, no less. And they got their comeuppance, if you will, because according to somebody I was talking to, and maybe it's been widely reported, I have no idea, some mechanical issues or something with the plane after the game. They had to sit on the runway and wait for several hours after that humiliating loss to the Rockies. Didn't take off until well after midnight Eastern time. I don't think they landed until about maybe 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So not that these guys are, flying commercial. It's comfortable. They can sleep. I realize that. But you're still not getting home in the middle of the night and going to bed. You're getting home when it's light out and your day is starting. And now you're like, we trying to get a nap. So I don't know what time they had to be at the ballpark today. I just think, maybe it's the kind of game that the Red Sox use all that and they go out and win. But independent of that, one, you have a far superior team on the other side, a rival, but also the pitching matchup does not favor you. Now you have Connolly Early, who has been very good this year, to be fair, ERA about 3.5, but Cam Schlittler, the Mass native, by the way, who's trying to stick it to his hometown team once again. He's 8-3, a 1.71 ERA, his 109 strikeouts in 95 innings, good control, doesn't allow a lot of hits, very few homers, just 5 on the year. Connolly has allowed 14 in only 81 innings. I don't know if I will double down on the remaining parlay legs and put Philly and the Yankees together, or if I will invest in these two separately. I don't know how I'm going to approach it, but New York to me is just such an incredibly obvious, logical side, and you can get them right around minus 150.
Isn't that just give you all the warm and fuzzies when a side is just so logical and there's a million reasons to take it? Doesn't that just feel great? I'm being sarcastic.
Scares the crap out of you.
But I did not know that. I missed that about the team playing. And that I'm not a big travel, etc. guy, especially in baseball. But Coors is kind of
it's not nothing.
It's not nothing. And they spent multiple days in altitude. Yeah. And they suck. And they probably don't feel great about the Yankees coming into town. Schlittler's been a dog. So I was actually going to kind of slightly lean into that travel and more so the altitude thing. And I don't really have any historical data on that, but just with really how good the Yankees have been. Can we talk about Mother F and Paul Goldschmidt? Been killing lefties. 2 home runs yesterday. He took Skubal to the shed. If you put a blindfold on and I read you Goldschmidt stats, you'd be like, yeah, he should be starting first base for the American League probably. He's hitting fucking 300, 16. What does he have? 16 bombs now. And let's see. He's slugging over 740 against lefties so far this year. I'm hitting him to hit a home run. I'm a little bit of lunch money splash, plus 440. And it feels weird to say one of the hottest hitters in baseball's Paul Goldschmidt, and it's almost July. But those are great odds in a guy who's been a great spot to go deep, So I like Goldschmidt. I like the Yankees. I kind of like Schlittler to cruise in this one. Boy, it's just mainstream media when everybody likes the same team. It's like, well, you better hit the other side. But no, I think the Yankees are the juice is warranted on this one for the money line, I think. for sure.
Yeah, and I'm not one of those bettors, by the way, that gets scared off by public tickets. And again, I'll observe and use all of that information. I will bake it into how I feel about something. But for me, the handicap is the handicap. I'm not gonna go oppo myself just because of what other people are doing. If I believe something, I'm going to lean into my conviction, because honestly, if I don't bet it, or if I bet the other side just because, and then what I thought was going to happen ultimately happens, then I'm doubly pissed. I'm pissed that I didn't win, and I'm pissed that I didn't win because I went against myself. It's one thing, like, I believed in Seattle today. Right side, wrong result, as you put it, or even if it was wrong side, wrong result. It's still, I went with my gut. I went with my handicap. I'm not going to just, everybody loves the Yankees tonight. People are taking the Yankees plus money on the run line.
Yep.
I better go Red Sox. Look at that plus 120 or whatever it is.
I'm with you. I make jokes. I do like being contrarian. I mean, it makes me feel better when I'm kind of contrarian for the most part, though, if I'm like splitting hairs here. Sure. But no, I'm with you. And, that's where you get into trouble when you think, there has to be a reason where the public money is. And I think another thing is there are so many sources that, try to provide information about, handle and money, and not all, they're all kind of different. It's an interesting conversation to trust the sources where you believe you're getting the right information on the tickets and the handle coming in as well. But no, I do really like the Yankees, and I'm a pretty unbiased bettor. I mean, as a Titans fan as well, you don't see me saying the Titans are going to win every week. And sure, SPJ.
That's why SPJ brought you in here. Another Titans fan.
Yeah, something like that. So I've taken my fair share of lumps on Sundays. We can leave it at that. But no, I like the Yankees quite a bit. And it sounds crazy, but part of the reason is Paul Goldschmidt at the top of that order. He's going to get 5 at bats. Well, we'll see. I would imagine he plays majority of the game, probably all of it, with how hot he's been. And so I don't know. Where's the best price on the Yankees? What do you have them at?
Right around minus 145.
Okay. Yeah. What did I see? Yes, that looks about right. So I think that's fair, all things considered. I'm in.
God, this game isn't quite over. It's basically over. There are 2 down the bottom of the 9th. Nobody on. San Francisco down by 3. But the A's, I mean, this was after San Francisco scored 5 times in the 6th. Now it's over. This was a 6-2 lead. San Francisco was up 6-2 with 9 outs to go. 2 runs in the 7th, 1 run in the 8th, 4 runs in the 9th. I mean, good Lord, the meltdown. You said, like, Roop was great.
Yeah.
He was great. And then
I want to go back to him in 5 days. Maybe like a first 5 or something. I think he's worth. I don't think the masses will catch on to him that, he was due for some positive regression. So it's good to see justice served a little bit for our guy over there. But man, I couldn't put a number. Like, how many times do you think San Fran's blew a 4-run lead at home this year? It has to be far and few in between. If I log on old X and see it was the first time they've blown a 4-run lead at home this year, I'm really gonna feel for you. Although I doubt it, but terrible, man, terrible,
awful. That's all those things that were going my way yesterday. Not great in that one. I hope that is not a sign of things to come with some of these evening games like the Cubs that I mentioned. There's one other game we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Diamondbacks and Cardinals. Cardinals are at home, favored right around minus 135, I think. Let me double check that. Minus 130. You can get minus 130 on the Cardinals. This matchup is Michael McGreevy against Zach Gallen. So Gallen, just not what he has been in the past, a few years ago, obviously. Up over 6 on the ERA in about 80 innings. McGreevy, 3.5. Now, that aside, what's interesting here is it really just comes down to the hits. If you look at these two guys side by side, they're both 3 and 6. The innings pitched within a couple. The Ks, the walks, home runs allowed, all basically the same number. McGreevy has given up 76 hits, Gallen 105. Obviously, those 29-30 hits leading to some of those runs to effectively double the ERA. But McGreevy has not been exceptional. It's not like I love the Cardinals in this spot. I am not betting this game. I would say St. Louis is the deserving favorite here, but I'm not going to be surprised by anything. If anything, I would probably attack the first 5, lean into the fact that McGreevy has just been better and the Gallon puts a million guys on base. And that's probably where I would go with it.
Yeah, I think the solution is taking the first 5 over. I mean, Gallon's been as bad as over as advertised, excuse me. But McGreevy is kind of profiling as one of the luckiest starters in baseball right now. I mean, you see the sparkling 3.35 ERA. His expected ERA is up to 5.7. His expected batting average is .294, which is a whopping 3rd percentile. Good old baseball savant coming in here. And he really doesn't strike guys out either. The things he's really good at is he doesn't walk people, unlike Gallon, as you alluded to. And both of these guys keep the ball on the ground. That is my qualm, but eventually, like, some of the luck has to run out. And there's enough wood on the ball. Busch Stadium is going to be in the low 80s tonight, so, can't complain with the hitting weather there either. My problem is I don't love the juice at over 4.5. I was seeing like minus 150. I saw an over 5.5 at plus 110. But I think I might just kind of maybe like put a quarter unit on both of them and just hope I'm right. So as bad as Gallon's been, and from a 30,000 foot view, McGreevy looks like he's a tier above him. Not sure how long that's going to hold true. That being said, Ketel Marte's been awesome when healthy, but Arizona just hasn't been good against right-handed pitching for the most part this year either. So I don't know. I like the weather angle. I like the regression on McGreevy, and Gallon's been pretty miserable. So I think I'm going to hit that first 5 over for this late night 7:45 hammer tonight that we have.
There you go. So to recap, for anyone popping in late, we got about 4,000 watching live. We appreciate you guys. If you have any questions in the chat, you can pop in, obviously, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you're finding us, and we can shout it out. If you got some favorite plays of your own you want evaluated, or you just want to share, we can read them out to the people also. But where are the spots that you already have in pocket and maybe thinking about still adding before, as some of these games get started and the Tigers-Astros just underway?
Yeah, so I did play the Nationals lightly on the run line and the money line pretty lightly. I'm in on the Yankees. I have a small bet on Goldschmidt to homer at plus 440 something. And I did not bet the Cubs, but after looking at it and talking with you, I think they're really interesting. But I am going to hit very lightly that first 5 over in the Cardinals-Diamondbacks game as well.
So the only thing I have currently is, now that the Giants are dead, I have the Cubs, which will start in a little while, and Phillies are just getting underway. I'm going to wait a little bit. I don't know if Washington maybe takes a lead or, I just may opt to do something in-game with Philly. I will be in some form investing in Philly and the Yankees both. That's a plan that's going to come at some point here.
I love live betting. And
what's your strategy generally in baseball?
I actually like it for football. My problem is I'm usually honed in on the Titans. And they just really, but when I'm able to watch, if I'm out and watching multiple games, or I actually set up my living room with many screens, which my wife loves, by the way, but she gets it at this point. She's cool with it. There's so many overreactions. Like, a team could score first and the other team did nothing wrong. Like, it was a fine drive. It is what it is. And just such an overreaction on lines specifically. I don't live bet totals much, but I don't understand some of the overreactions. Or I lie. Sometimes I will live bet pitching props. I love K props. It's just what I've been doing for years. But a guy might not strike out anybody against the top of the order, but maybe it's a gauntlet, and maybe you get a little wiggle room, and that line drops from 5.5 to 4.5. But the bottom 4 guys in the lineup are all striking out 30% of the time. That's something I could get behind. So I as good as the books are and as sharp as Vegas is, I do think there are some little edges you can try to exploit, especially with strikeout props for MLB.
What's the starting point for your handicap in baseball? Like I mentioned, I tend to start with the starting pitchers. What are you looking at more often than not?
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Not it. I mean, that's where I start.
Yeah,
also, and it's a big weight to what I do. And then I like looking at who are regression candidates, right? I like looking at expected ERA and XFIP and all of that. I like betting when I shouldn't say that, but it's weather is a tiny component, but a good one. It's so tough in March and April. Especially with pitch counts and everything like that. So I kind of like this time of the year where we have some more of a sample size and you can kind of pick which side of the 50-yard line you're on. Things start to become a little bit more believable when the guys have, 60 or 70 innings under their belt, and you can kind of, compare pitch mixes to last year. And, some people are a little against like looking in pitch changes and repertoire and what guys are throwing differently. And Cole Reagans was a big, I mentioned him earlier. He was a big proponent of that a couple of years ago. He totally revamped his pitch mix. I think it was against lefties and added I forget what exactly it was, a slider, maybe that was just dominating. And he was able to really boost his K rate like 8 or 10% against one side of the plate. And, that's a big deal when every pitch and every batter matters. So I would say a bulk of my, weighting is starting pitching. And over the years, I've been betting first 5 a lot more. I've just been burnt too many times in the late innings, as we've seen today. That, of course, works both ways in the long game, but also it's just a little bit quicker of a sweat. So I think it's a happy medium. So I'm with you. And shout out to my weather goat, Kevin Roth. I mean, love his stuff.
Kevin Roth's been coming up a lot lately. Slop on any given wager. Was it Monday? I guess it was Monday. Was all over Kevin Roth. A lot of Kevin Roth love.
It's great weather analysis in general. Weather's great, especially when you're looking at home runs. It's a big deal. So yeah, I think more than any other sport, weather is like, I don't want to put an exact number on it, but depending on what month it is and what the entire slate looks like, I would say 10 to 20% of what I'm taking into consideration as well. More so for like unders and home runs. Like Wrigley, crazy with the wind and the weather at Wrigley. I mean, it could just be a multi-run difference in what the line opens at and what it closes at. It's insane.
I'm just looking at. Do you have anything else tonight? Be it in the soccer or WNBA? I'm scanning the board a little bit here.
No, I was invested in golf this week. It was an interesting first round at the Travelers.
Our guy Sia had Eric Cole first round leader.
Oh, let's go. That's
awesome. I think it was 60-1.
About time Eric Cole capitalizes on a birdie fest. That's awesome. Tell you what though, Scotty was absolutely cooking. And he finished one stroke back. So I was keeping an eye on that. But I have in terms of a couple of guys that are in the mix, I have Russell Henley, he's 4 under, and Aaron Rye, who's 5 under. So I got some guys that are in the mix and that I wrote about for betting news. But we will see. Just a drastic difference in tournaments from the Open last week, which was just a gauntlet, grinded out shit show where you were scrambling every hole. This is going to be a little bit more fun for those who like to see some scoring. So it's definitely going to be a wild weekend in Connecticut.
It's tight. I was just looking at the leaderboard it's jammed right now. To your point, obviously Cole's sitting in front, but with how hot Scheffler got late, we got Griffin, who was another popular first round leader play, who's 1 shot off. Fitzpatrick 1 shot off. There's a litany of guys, including Scotty, Colley, who finished strong. All these guys shot 64, with the exception of Cole at 63. Cantlay was a popular, top 10, top 20 guy, outright even going in. Rye as well. All these guys that I'm shouting out are top 10. Connors was a guy that was popular. Henley, who's T14. Harmon, who had a really up and down first round, as we were documenting earlier. Sam Burns, Hoagie, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like everybody's in, so they'll get started tomorrow morning around 8:00 Eastern. But yeah, where would you, as being someone who's more of a golf guy than I am, we got a few minutes left, where would you invest in round, in tourney now? Like if you were looking to do something, be it matchup based or finishing position or whatever market, obviously, you could jump in on outrights right now and get plenty of good numbers. Where would you go leading into round 2?
Yeah, I have to look at the numbers for sure, but just in general,
it depends on the book, I realize.
Yeah, I like matchup bets in tournament. You can get some really good ones. Approach play is really sticky and telling from week to week, and this is a big, course for irons. It's kind of a plotter's paradise, which is why I was drawn to guys like Henley and Rye who don't need to be long. Brian Harmon has unreal course history here. He led the field by multiple strokes in approach today, according to Data Golf, and he lost strokes putting slightly. So, to those who bet golf, this isn't earth-shattering news, but putting variance can come and go quickly, and it's not something that I think is super sticky. But for example, Russell Henley was the third best in strokes gained putting today. And for a guy that's such a solid ball striker, and his approach buckets really fit the bill, he lost strokes on approach today. So, is your glass half full or glass half empty? I'm not sure if he's going to putt as well as he will the rest of the tournament, but he damn well should hit the ball much better as one of the most consistent approach players in golf. So, you can really find guys who, have an anomaly day or a bad round in a statistical category that, is usually sticky and not. So I usually like to fade a hot putter unless the guy, is a decent putter. But you can also double down and look at some other things, say, like, for example, Ben Griffin. I mean, I didn't get to watch him much today. Just lit it up on the greens, it looked like. So T2 for Griffin, who also wasn't great on approach, which is a little bit surprising. Eric Cole was great on approach. Shout out to our guy again. So that's really trending for him, and unsurprising, he plays easier courses really well. Victor Hovland also hitting his irons well. Good to see Victor Hovland playing some good golf, and his putting was slightly over neutral, but nothing crazy. So I would say, moving forward, it could be a really fun weekend for those who are backing guys like Hovland and Cole, who hit the ball really well today, and their putting was, pretty neutral.
I'm looking at the 2-ball market for tomorrow, and again, this depends on the book because you get different matchups, obviously, book to book, but I mean, Scotty, and I wouldn't do this alone necessarily. It's more of a parlay piece, but Scotty minus 194 against Sam Burns at right around plus 150. Wouldn't you go Scotty there?
I just would hate laying a number like in head.
No, but again, if you were putting it with something, if you were putting it with, I don't know, like Siwoo Kim is minus 205 against Denny McCarthy.
Honestly, I don't know, because Sam Burns is notoriously, this is like an anomaly case. He is notoriously one of the top putters on tour, maybe the best putter on tours. He lost strokes putting today, which is odd for him, but he hit the ball just fine pretty much everywhere else. So I hate that he's paired up with Scotty in that market, because he would be someone that I'm like, okay, his irons are fine. He will generally putt better. He hasn't lost strokes putting in a tournament since the beginning of March. So that was a weird round for him. Again, I missed a lot of the afternoon, and gut wrenching for Sam Burns and Sam Burns backers last week. I was kind of interested to see how he would come out today and play. And he's one that I expect the putting to come back, and there's no cut this weekend. So he has 3 rounds to find, a flathead he's been so good with throughout the course of his career. So I don't know about that one. Any other matchups you're looking at that are kind of catching your attention?
Well, I mean, those are the ones obviously that are more juiced if I was looking to put a couple together, but you've got, let's see. And again, I'm looking at one book. So again, you'll get different offerings depending on where you are, but based on some of the names going in that people were excited about,
Aberg was really bad putting today too, and he's generally
he shot even for the day, right?
Another guy who's generally a very good putter. He hasn't lost putting strokes since February. I'm sorry, he lost putting strokes 3 times since February, but they weren't terrible. But today he lost, where are we at here? Over 2 strokes putting. So I'm curious, who do you have a matchup on him by any chance? Do you see him anywhere?
Aberg?
Yeah.
Or Aubert, or however people. I didn't see his name where I was looking.
Okay, he's one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, one that jumped out at me though. Well, Eric Cole is minus 162. Lucas Glover plus 128. That's one matchup. Gotcha. You've also Tommy Fleetwood minus 136, Wyndham Clark plus 108. A lot of people fading Wyndham going into this thing off of what he did last week.
Yeah, he looked like he was partying in the photos we saw.
Oh, here's Gobert. Minus 144 against Ben Griffin plus 116.
Oh, man.
That's a tough one to want to invest.
I agree. I just hate laying juice like that in matchups. Griffin is generally a pretty good approach player. He putted the shit out of the ball in a good way. So gun to head, I'm on. I get why the line is set like that. Griffin will not putt this hot the rest of the tournament. I mean, if he does, hats off to him. It would be a true anomaly. Christopher Wrighton has been a popular golfer lately. Another guy who putted really well. But his approach game was also bad today, so I would think that might come back a little bit towards him.
Yeah, he's got a 2-ball matchup with Brian Harmon.
Oh shit! Damn, so I really like Harmon.
They're priced similarly.
Yeah, that makes tough matchups so far and prices that you've been rattling off. So I might throw some.
Intern Alex says he got Oberg at minus 115 against Griffin at minus 105.
Huh. Okay, that's reasonable. Well, I do think Griffin won't hit his approach shots as bad the rest of the tournament. I like that price for Oberg. So I might throw some plays on Twitter later once I can stop just going on a limb here. But
I'll go looking around.
Take advantage of. Yeah, it's cool. I like it for Saturdays. Then they have 2 rounds to see how guys are doing, and you can kind of get a better feel for whose game is just off this week or not. So we'll see. Should be a fun finish for sure.
You know me, Biz. I got boosts I got to use. Got to use the boosts. We got some 25%ers or so.
What are your
throw them on the tourney?
What are your overarching thoughts on the U.S. game tonight? Obviously, pretty meaningless. But
so, anyone with a yellow card is not going to play. So, your more prolific players are not going to be out there, with the exception being Christian Pulisic. And I haven't seen, Biz, I don't know if you have, if Pulisic is going to play. My expectation the whole way has been that he's not going to, because, again, what's the point? The game is completely meaningless. They've already locked up the group. He doesn't need to be out there, and he's still nursing an injury, so have him fresh for next week. But I have not seen anyway. I don't know if lineups have been announced. The game's still about 3 hours away, but I would not bother putting him out there if they're still considering it, unless you're just concerned with, let's knock the rust off a little bit. You could put him out there for, maybe a half and then sub him out, or even less than that potentially. But again, totally meaningless matchup. So I don't know what the point would be.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with you. And just fascinating that the United States is in this position for it to be a meaningless game.
Amen to that. Yeah. Netherlands, by the way, just scored 2 minutes into this game.
Wow.
So for anyone out there that believes the Netherlands are just going to absolutely rout today, that's a nice start.
Wow. Yeah. So Japan, Sweden just kicked off too. That should be a fun one.
Nationals did, by the way. So the Phillies they had runners at second and third in the top of the first, did not score. And bottom of the inning, Curtis Mead solo homer. So interesting spot to jump in on Philly. It's a 1-0 game, and you're getting a better number, obviously.
It's early. And if you ask me, I would say this is exactly how I drew it up, because I like the Nationals. But how about another Curtis Mead? I mean, just post hype sleep guy finally kind of figuring out his power at the majors. This guy was such a highly touted prospect, and he's hitting just north of the Mendoza line, but who cares about batting average in 2026? That's his 14th homer of the year. So good for him for finally, catching on and figuring out how to square up at the MLB level a little bit here.
Pulisic, by the way, I'm just pulling up some odds. His odds are up, so he is priced to play. We'll see if he does. But yeah. Netherlands apparently was an own goal, so even worse there for Tunisia, obviously.
Yeah, I don't have the game on in the corner of my eye, so I didn't actually see it, but
I just saw the celebration. I didn't see the goal.
Gotcha.
So let's see. So just before we get out of here, Philly Yeah, Philly. It's a pick 'em price now. You could get Philly at -110 if you wanted to jump in.
Yeah, and baseball is a long 9 innings, that's for sure. And the Nationals bullpen is horrendous. So, in hindsight, I probably should have hit the first 5 and rolled the dice. I'm sure the price wasn't nearly as friendly. I didn't look, but now I'm kind of regretting that, to be honest with you. But we shall see, my friend.
Well, we'll play it out. All right, Luch, always fun. I suspect you'll be joining us often here on Off the Bump. I hope you do. Obviously, enjoyed all the baseball analysis and mixing in some golf and some World Cup and anything else that came our way. I mean, we talked about just about everything other in the NBA, but why would we? Again, it's a baseball show.
We need a break. We need a break from the hardwood. We need a bit of a hiatus. So happy to be here, Boost Man. Appreciate it, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. Again, Off the Bump comes your way 6 p.m. Eastern Thursdays. Next week, I will not be around, so I don't know if the show will still happen. Maybe with this very guy and PJ Glasser, maybe the two of them do it, or maybe it doesn't happen. We come back the following week. I just want to let people know. Stay tuned to the socials always for BNN for your daily updated schedule as far as what happens. But that means for me, by the way, no any given wager tomorrow. So you will have a different looking schedule tomorrow on the network here as well. But for Luch, I'm Adam. All of you, thank you very much. Biz, thanks for doing you. And we'll see everybody real soon here on the network and these guys in the very active BNN chat. We'll talk to you guys next time.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the now I know we all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about